the school, right there. I'ma take them down through there, let them see how I really get down. I do better with nobody around. CEO build my shit from the ground, the king of the mountain. I'ma take them down through there, let them see how I really get down. I do better with nobody around. CEO build my shit from the ground, the king of the mountain. I'ma take them down through there, Cottonwood where it started for me. First fight at the end in the street, on God, I was 6 years old, no CAP. Hey, mama stood right there, said he gon' be the legend of the hood right there. Go mix with a bull right there, tow truck, that nigga got pulled right there. Hey, yeah, I'ma take him down through there. Look, man, my role models, all of them dead. Got me fucked up all in the head, go to sleep with the blick laying out in the bed. Yeah, I'ma take him down through there. Plenty reading, I don't trust no hope. Heart been stepped on and broke, but I bet you that shit.
Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me, because I don't know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat, baby. Thank you guys for joining the Sin City Podcast Show. Y'all get in here, because I got so much to cover, you guys. Oh my goodness. When I say I know my Sin City gang, y'all was waiting on me to go live yesterday, because, baby, not only y'all don't understand the sacrifices that I have made trying to get in the courtroom. Do y'all understand what I'm telling y'all right now? Y'all don't have a clue how it was getting in the doggone courtroom, y'all. It was chaotic from yesterday, today. People skip. A wreck happened yesterday. A lady, it was an accident. To this morning, we had to literally try to run, y'all, to get in the, like, it was raining this morning. I got there at 3:23 this morning, all for my Sin City Podcast gang and the estate gang. Because, baby, what Queen 88 at? Sis, get on in the building. I see you, Louisiana Suckling. Y'all come on in here, baby. I see you, Mysterious Boo. I see y'all. Come on in here. Get in here, y'all. Okay, so check this out. You know, yesterday, the prosecution had their little moment, right? But, baby, when I tell y'all that defense came out swinging today, oh, that defense came out swinging today. But before I get to what happened today, I got to backtrack for my people that did not get my update on yesterday, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give y'all bits. I'm going to give y'all what happened yesterday. And then I'm going to go ahead and break down what happened on today, because I'm so excited about what happened today. Baby, I don't want to miss nothing. I promise I don't want to miss nothing. Yesterday, when Karmelo entered the courtroom, y'all, it's like all eyes was on that baby when he got in the courtroom. I was watching the family a lot. I've been watching the family and the jurors more than anything, because I'm trying to read the room, right? I'm trying to read the room and see what the jurors thinking. You know, what's going through their head. I'm trying to get the body language. I'm trying to get all that. So yesterday, there were one juror I was kind of skeptical of until today. Because, baby, she came through today, baby. Listen, I saw two good signs that she is for Karmelo. I saw it today. I was really worried about her yesterday. It was the Indian lady was falling asleep. But, baby, listen here. When I tell you, she was woke today. And not only was she woke today, but she nodded her head yes when that defense was digging off in, and I'm going to get to it. This Eddie, baby. Oh, they dug out. They ate his ass up. Okay, but we're going to get to that later. Let's go back to yesterday, y'all. Yesterday, they had the prosecution, you know, they came out swinging or whatever. They really thought they were doing something. Let me tell y'all about that prosecution. That he's a slick white man, y'all. He throw little slugs here and there. He did something today, y'all, that he thought he was really doing something. His hand, after he got through thinking he was doing something, his hand had accidentally hit the mic. He knew what he was doing when he did that. He gonna tell me, oh, drop, mic drop. I said, And Carmelo defense looked at him like, I know he did. So anyway, I'm gonna get to all that because yeah, he do little slick stuff like that. So yesterday, the first witness that the prosecution called, which was Neil Adams, which Queen 88 went over yesterday, but my sense said it, gang, y'all don't know what happened yesterday unless you was over there at Queen 88 or unless we're gonna talk about it. Neil Adams was the first witness. He was the first responder of the fire department of Frisco. He'd been on the Frisco Fire Department for 4 years. He's a paramedic. He was a paramedic in Sulphur Springs. He run the 911 calls. And he also is like he gives like the life-saving treatments. Like when you're in the back of the ambulance, he's the one to give you, like if you traumatized and you need some blood, he the one to do all that, right? So he said he had responded to the call on April the 2nd, 2025. And let me recap. This is for Karmelo Anthony in the stabbing of Austin Metcalf, and it's a self-defense case, okay? Well, the stabbing happened at Kirkdale Stadium, and the second closest ambulance to the call, which was 5 people on his team, he said. So when he got the call, it took him about 6 or 7 minutes to arrive, and it was wet and it was mist and raining. So he said he parked the ambulance close to where Austin was laying on the ground yesterday. I mean, I'm talking about yesterday, like it happened yesterday. That's what he said yesterday. But I'm going to back up because I want to talk about what they saying. They trying to say that it's not self-defense, y'all, but it is self-defense. Okay. And we're going to get into all that. But the stabbing that happened on April the 2nd, when I tell y'all, has brought so much division and uproar till it ain't funny. But let me continue. So, when the paramedic officer was Neil, whatever his name, Neil, the firefighter Neil, when he said he arrived on the scene, they was already giving Austin CPR. The engine number 1 crew was giving him CPR. Then they started showing us exhibit 30 through 31, and there were no objections by the defense. And this was another thing. Yesterday, there was not hardly no objections. No, is that you, Queen 88? Is that Queen 88? Let me mod you up. Hold on. Let me mod Queen 88 up. While I'm talking, I'm gonna mod you up, sis. Hold on. So yeah, y'all, they started showing exhibit 30 and 31, and the defense didn't object to the pictures or whatever. So they showed the photos of kind of like the scene with the tent, the bleachers, and the people all around it. They had Austin Metcalf in the laying on the ground, and it's funny because I ain't gonna say funny, but it's crazy because they kept on showing the doggone photos of the doggone picture of Austin. Y'all, they just kept on. It was like the prosecution knew exactly what they was doing. I'm finna drop it. I'm finna drop it on here. Let me get to it. I'll drop it in there. So after a while, he said that's when everything went flatline. They knew that he was gone. They knew he was already gone, but he said he still gave him 2 units of blood during this time that he had him in the back of the ambulance out that when they was trying to bring him back. He gave him 2 units of blood. He said he had to open up between the ribs and pull out some blood because it was like clotting. So he said he had to literally stick his hand in, y'all, and pull some blood out. And I know Queen 88, she probably we heard all that yesterday. Now I want to get to the defense. So the defense attorney had asked him in a cross-examination after the prosecution. Really, I'm not going to go through too much with the firefighter because, again, I want to hear him get to today because what happened today is what I really want to get to. But I'm going to give y'all a brief detailed rundown on yesterday. So the defense did ask him cross-examination. Wasn't nothing really, but the next witness that was called, which was Cortez. His name was Cortez, 45-year-old Louisville. This was the first police officer, one of the body cam that we saw. So there was a body cam that we saw, y'all, on yesterday. And in that body cam, a lot went on in that body cam. And that's when they kept showing the body, but they also were showing where they had apprehended Karmelo and put him in handcuffs. All that transpired on yesterday with 2 police officers' body cam that they showed on yesterday. Let's see what else. Then let me see. Hold on. Let's see. He ran across the parking lot. Okay, so in the body cam, you can see him where he ran across the parking lot. He started asking the students questions. But here's the thing, y'all. After all that took place, the stabbing had took place, and a lot of those kids, they made them go get on the bus instead of questioning them right then. But it was one on that they did question right then without his parents too. And they brought all that up. They did not question him why his parents were there. They came back the second time and questioned him when his parents was there. And so, yeah, let me go over here to, let me see where I want to go over here from yesterday with this witness. Because I got to also tell y'all about the photos that was presented on yesterday. They had the bleachers of where it took place at, because he wanted the defense and stuff, wanted to kind of point out where everybody was, because there was a lot of lying going on about who was where and what was what. Okay. Well, Austin, let me go back. Let me go back, because it's so many names I got in here. But let's go with Hudson Dean. Hudson Dean was one of the students that supposedly pointed out the knife once it was found. He said Karmelo had, after he stabbed him, he took the knife and he threw it. He threw the knife up on the doggone bleachers or whatever, right? So he was the one that opened his mouth. Hudson was the one that pointed that out. So he said that Austin was wait a minute, hold on. Let me go back because I got my notes right here, y'all. The backpack. All right, so check this out. So after the knife was found, they got the backpack. They started, just basically getting all the evidence and stuff together. Had to cover it up with a block of blue tarp, because the knife with the blood stains on it was actually being washed away because it was raining so bad. So they had to really cover it with a blue tarp, right? Well, then after they got all that together and got him to the hospital where he had already passed and all that stuff, right? Let me get to some of these witnesses that was called and what was said. So let's go over here back to Mason. The next witness that was called, his name was Mason. Mason was the prosecutor witness. Mason is a 17-year-old, and the prosecution asked him about, he always, when he got on the stand, he was holding this object in his hand. So they kept asking, what is that? He says it was a stress ball. So he said, oh, you always holding objects and stuff in your hand. That's what the prosecutor was all himself trying to tell him, and all that type of stuff, trying to break the ice with him or whatever. But he goes to Memorial High School. And they asked him if he know Metcalf, the brothers, and he said yes. He was one of the ones that was at the track meet. He run the 800 meter, and he had, ran that day. Okay, so then he said, they asked him what time he had got there. He said he got there 8:15, and then they went to Stanley Field House, where they watched other middle schools first work out before they even made over there to Kirkendale. So after they watched them, he said him, Austin, Hunter, Luke, Mason, Logan, and Hinojosa, all of them were together. So between 9:45 and 9:50, that's when they all got to the Kirkendale field where the stabbing took place. Then Eddie Parr, now let's get to him. Eddie is the one that got his ass tore out the frame today. Eddie is the one that got his ass tore out. Yeah. Eddie is the one that got his ass tore out the frame today, because he was the whole reason that Karmelo was even under that tent in the first place, y'all. So yesterday, he tried to make like he didn't know nothing about Karmelo. He didn't know who Karmelo was. He didn't know any of that. So come to find out, it was Eddie, it was Austin, it was Hosea, whatever his name is. It's spelled Hosea, Luke, Tion, and Mason, all of them, right? So they said it was pouring down rain. And each one of their stories, y'all, when I say you could tell that they had been coerced. You could tell that they had been coerced because they all were saying the same thing. When they didn't understand something, they just were saying, I don't recall, right? So Mason was the one that also, he was supposed to be yelling out or telling Karmelo, y'all, you need to get out from under our tent. So it wasn't just Austin, it wasn't just Hunter that was telling him to get out from under the tent. They said all of them was telling him to get out from under the tent. But today, I'm gonna discuss all that of what happened with today. Because when I get to today's notes, it ain't gonna be no skipping around. I'm gonna give y'all everything. I'm just skipping around right now because this was yesterday, and I hate that I have to skip around today because I wish I had did it yesterday and I would have went ahead and went it down the line. But I can't go down the line today on this, baby, because I got to skip around from yesterday. And if I had to come back to yesterday, I had to come back to yesterday. But I really want to hurry up and get to today. So, you know what? A matter of fact, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Hold on. Let me get my stuff on today. I'm gonna come back to yesterday. I need to get to today. Because yesterday, I didn't like yesterday. I didn't like it because the prosecution thought they did something, but they really didn't. Let's get to today. Fuck it. We get into today. The first witness was called today was Julian Santana, age 17, goes to Memorial High School and graduate in 2027. The prosecutor asked, how did she get there and how did she know Hunter and them? And she said, it was a boy, it's a male. I'm talking about she. It's a man. He said, a little boy, he said that they got there on the bus and they were searched. Now, check this out. He said they got searched before going inside of the field, going to the tent. So what happened with that day? Why they didn't search nobody that day if they feel like he shouldn't have had no weapon? So they didn't get searched that day? Because today, Julian said when he got there, they searched him before going in. And I start that because I wanted to point that out. Because if they supposedly searched them going in, how come they didn't find the knife in Karmelo's bag then at that point? So I'm kind of stuck with that as to did they search everybody or did they not search everybody? I mean, so I don't know. Then Julian said that he was under the he went under the tent or whatever. Julian said that he was under the tent, and that Julian said he was one of the ones that was asked the team members who Melo was. So Julian started, he said he was on the far left of the bleachers, and he said he turned around and he didn't know who Karmelo was. Keep in mind, everybody was trying to act like that boy just came and got up under that tent and nobody knew what was going on. Nobody knew nothing, right? They didn't know who he was, which all was a lie, okay? Julian said that Austin asked Melo to leave once he got up under, but it wasn't his right to ask him to leave because guess who had called him up under that tent? Eddie. Yeah, we're going to get to that. Eddie was the one that called Karmelo up under that doggone tent. And Eddie was trying to act like he didn't know who he was and trying to act like nothing and nobody knew where he was and why was he up under there and everybody was just trying to tell him to leave. Whole time, Eddie, the one who called him over there and told him to come on, get up under the tent. When he got over there with Eddie, then he dabbed him up. They sat down and had a little small talk. He asked Eddie, he said, this weather's crazy, like that. So then when the defense asked him, Well, so, but you said that you didn't know him. So you mean how long had he been sitting up under the tent before you sit there and realize y'all talking about he ain't supposed to be there? You talked to him for about 5 minutes. So then Eddie was gonna sit up there and talking about, yeah, but I don't know him. I just dabbed him up. We wasn't talking. I ain't even know nothing about him. Then all of a sudden he gonna say he had walked down there to the field and he wasn't talking. He didn't say nothing to Karmelo. Well, when he said that, y'all, let me tell y'all what the defense did. That defense started pulling out picture after picture after picture after picture after exhibit this and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He started pulling out so many pictures of him and of Eddie and Karmelo together, y'all, that the prosecution said, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute, I wasn't ready. Hold up. He went over there to that judge. Side boy, go to commercial. He said, wait a minute now, I wasn't ready, baby. So he got his tail over there, baby, and they got to that sidebar, and he was over there looking crazy. That judge told him, no, we got to keep them coming because he sat there and said that he didn't know that. No, we want all them. We want to see all them pictures. The first picture, y'all, that they showed was Karmelo and Eddie sitting down there by the field. This was before they even made it to the tent now. He had lied. That's why he had called him over to the tent. They had already been chopping it up. He showed pictures of Karmelo and Eddie, baby, down there just chopping it up, baby. They were kikiing all. They were laughing and shit. So then, after he showed that picture, he said, then you text Karmelo and asked him to let's do a 2-dude date, like a double date with you and your girl and Karmelo and his girl. Because what came out today, y'all, Eddie mama and Karmelo girlfriend, which is Valeria, her mama, they besties. So he had called, text Karmelo and asked him, was he coming? Let's do the double date or whatever. So they did that. He popped out the picture. It showed that. Then a week later, he came back and asked him, did he want to go to a basketball event? Okay. So then Karmelo went to the basketball event, popped them pictures out. Okay. Then the next doggone week, the damn Eddie Mammy had a 50th birthday. And I say that Mammy because I looked her dead in her eyeballs this morning. Baby, when they rate, because see, let me tell y'all, every witness, the parent would sit behind us in this chair. They had a designated chair, especially for the witnesses' parents. So, baby, as soon as they said, Eddie, so your mom is sitting back there in the back, raise your hand. Baby, y'all must have said, I turned my chair around. Baby, I must have rolled my eyes so long at that goddamn mammy. If looks could kill, baby, she'd have croaked over in that chair. Because I want the mammies to feel me. Because how in the hell, this type of child, this your kid, this your, oh, this mine. Yeah, this mine, child looking ass. That's mine. Yeah, that's you. That was you, bitch. Yeah, you had your goddamn ass back there. I said, see, this that bullshit right here. Then, after the 50th, she had a 50th birthday. All them pictures. He done took pictures with the Eddie mama, the grandmammy, the grandpappy, the cousin them, papa them, all of them. They all in the damn picture. About 8 of them, goddamn. Then don't turn around after that week. So let's be clear on it. Now we in week 3. All right, we in week 3 that they done kicked it every damn week for 3 weeks now. We in week 3 now. It's he done text Mello again. Check this out. Don't do my cousin wrong. Treat my cousin right. He was calling Karmelo girlfriend his cousin because guess what, y'all? They grew up together. They've been friends since elementary. Okay, they grew up together, baby. They've been friends, y'all, since elementary. Okay. So he done text him, telling him all this, you better treat my cousin right, all this old type of stuff. And however, let's come on over to the house again. All right, they get over to the house this weekend. They pull that picture up. Carmelo got a guitar in his goddamn hand, and the goddamn Eddie over there with the PlayStation, the fucking controller in his hand, where he been playing the game. Like they over there big chilling. Whole time Eddie sit up there and lied, y'all. I promise y'all. Oh my God, I'm gonna say allegedly, but not, because I sat there and heard him with my own ears. He lied and said all Melo was just somebody that he knew from Carmelo's girlfriend. Whole time you friends with this boy, but you two-faced because you didn't want them Austin boys to know that you was cool with Melo. See, that's what it really was. So after he was sitting up there doing all that, the prosecution was getting pissed off, y'all. So then he gonna try to come across, examine him, gonna tell my. So you said that when Carmelo came up there, what did he say? He said, touch me and see what I'm gonna do. Well, let me tell y'all this. Let me go back and train up just a little tad bit. Eddie also, before I go and get with the cross-examination, Eddie also told that defense that Austin told Carmelo, I'll beat your ass. Yeah. No, we ain't gonna bypass that. Yeah, that's a threat. That's a threat right there. Yeah, he said it. He sure did. He said it today on the stand. Eddie said, Austin told Carmelo, I will beat your ass. Okay. Now, what anybody in their right mind, y'all already know what that means. Is if you tell me you're gonna beat my ass, you just gonna have to do just that, right? So now I understand why Carmelo said, touch me and find out, because see, they left all that out yesterday. They left all that out yesterday. They were so busy trying to make it play out that Eddie didn't know him because he over there cool also. So in the midst of him sitting up here talking about, telling the prosecutor, I really don't know him. I really don't know him like that. And that's in the pre go to prosecution trying to play on the symptom with his slick, sneaky ass gonna sit up there talking about something. So how did that make you feel? You was hurt, wasn't you? He told me some, yeah, and then I start crying. He started crying on the stand, y'all. He just said, yeah, and he did. I said, look at this bitch. This little punk ass motherfucker gonna sit up there crying like a little bitch. Yeah, I wasn't gonna curse, but baby, listen, let me tell y'all, they made me so mad today, baby. Y'all might hear some cursing up, and y'all might just hear, y'all gonna hear, ain't gonna might, y'all gonna hear it, because baby, since the podcast is gonna give it to you raw over here, and baby, you can't take, your ears can't take this cussing, baby, I cuss like a sailor, okay? Because when I say he made me so mad sitting up there crying, so after the list crying, little old dramatic, little all that was over with, and he thought he had did something, he thought he had got the jurors, then baby, the defense came right back. Okay, oh, hold your horse, I ain't through with your little ass. Okay, since you want to cry, oh, okay, you want to cry, oh, okay, all right. So then the defense, they came back with a cross-examination, and he said, now, you said that Hunter, y'all was saying Hunter didn't say nothing. What was Hunter sitting? So he said Hunter was sitting by Austin. He said, so, okay, Hunter was sitting by Austin. So Hunter didn't say anything. He's talking about, no, Hunter didn't say nothing. The whole time, you're a lie. Hunter did say something. Hunter was one of the first ones said something, just like Julian had said something. Okay. So after he cross-examined him and brought all that, exposed all that, they made him, we had to take a break. Okay. There was just so much going on in the courtroom, y'all. We had to take a break. But before we took that break, guess who was trying to coach the doggone witness, y'all, and got caught? Damn Austin Metcalf daddy. Yeah. No. I'm like Charles White now. No, we ain't gonna bypass that. The daddy had his ass up there in that courtroom trying to coerce the damn witness, and then gonna try to act like he was coughing and shit. Trying to tell every time he said, I don't recall. Every time they were saying, I don't recall, y'all, they was getting it from the daddy. And one of the people in the courtroom called it, right? So they kind of got the defense people, told them what was going on in the courtroom so that Karmelo Anthony's defense attorney could start watching the daddy. I'm gonna drop the link out the wire because personally, I think that it should be a mistrial after that in itself. Because when I drop this link, I want y'all, we're gonna chop it up, and I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about that. Because at the end of the day, it should be come Monday morning, it should be it. But before it started this morning, the defense had already asked for a dismissal, y'all, and the judge denied it. But hey, I wasn't expecting the judge to grant that because the judge, he don't want to be the one to say, nah, I ain't finna let him out. Y'all gonna have to let the jurors decide that. I ain't finna be getting no death threats. Ain't nobody finna be doing nothing to me and my folks. No, I'm finna put that on me. Nope. I'm not finna dismiss this. Let the judge handle it. Okay. So they sit there and carried on with today. Now, before I get back to Eddie, I do want to stay on Eddie because I'm so glad I got to tell y'all about Eddie, Chris, Julie, all of them. But Eddie is the main one that I wanted to talk about before I get to the other one, because Eddie, again, after they started cross-examining him and dropped all them pictures, then he came back again. He said, so now, do you want to, matter of fact, he got the transcript. He said, you told us that you had you weren't friends with Karmelo. Y'all was just like, associates or whatever. He said, but all these pictures are showing otherwise. And when the prosecution had objected, he was mad. He gonna tell me, what's the relevance of this? It's plenty of relevance in it because this motherfucker just stood up there and said he don't know this boy. And that's the whole reason why he was under that tent. What are we talking about? Like, wait a minute. What's really going on? How you guys gonna sit up there and say this is not relevant? So the judge was like, overruled, goddamn me. No, overruled, keep going. So then he got mad, even madder. So after the defense came with some more pictures, when I thought he had a whole catalog out there. When I say Karmelo Anthony he did his homework, baby, gave that doggone lawyer everything that was in his phone. He must have gave him everything that was in his phone, baby, because they pulled out so many pictures with Karmelo and Eddie that it wasn't even funny, and I was loving every minute. Then let's see, Eddie said Melo was already anything Eddie said Melo was already when we got there. Oh, this is another big blow, y'all. Eddie said that Melo was already, he said Melo was already sitting down when he got there. How he was already sitting down when he got there when they said you was the one called him over there to the tent? So the math ain't math. What you mean that Karmelo was already, he said Eddie said that Melo was already sitting down when he got there, which that didn't make sense. But that's not what the other said either, because Eddie went on to say that Melo comments what got everybody's attention. He said, Eddie said, let's see, that Valeria, which is that girlfriend of Karmelo, and I can't wait. She probably gonna be taking a stand Monday, y'all. Her name is Valeria, whatever I pronounce her name. She's a Hispanic girl, and I bet you now, I don't have nothing against Hispanic, y'all. I promise I don't, but I guarantee you, Karmelo parents done told him, you get your ass somewhere and get back to the black, the beer, the sweeter juice, because this shit right here, this ain't working out, okay? Because now, no, that ain't working out right there. So then the attorney had asked Eddie, do he remember when he met Melo in 2023? Matter of fact, December the 9th of 2023. And you text him, that's when you said, don't treat my cousin wrong. Eddie gonna talk about, I don't recall. The damn defense attorney, y'all, he went and grabbed the transcript. He said, well, let me see if I can help you refresh your memory. He said, let me see if I can help refresh your memory on this. Okay. So he pulled out that transcript and he said, right here, it says December 9th, 2023. Here's the text right here. Okay. Then the attorney asked Eddie about on December 18th. Okay, just a week later. Now keep in mind, remember I told y'all how he was doing every week. He was over there chilling with him. He brought out the transcript with the dates. He said, okay, so on 12/18/2023, Eddie asked Melo to do a 2-man double date. Okay, so that's what he was talking about. He put out the all that. Then that's when on December 27th, 2023, is when the mammy had the 50th birthday party. And let me go back to after all those pictures, another picture came out with just Karmelo and Eddie grandmama. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the little granny. Eddie had a picture with Karmelo and his grandmammy, y'all. He had a picture with Eddie and the grandmammy. So you sitting over there just cold, big chilling with them people, and then you gonna act like you don't know this baby. But it all got exposed. I don't know what he thought. I guess he thought that district attorney was not going to pull them transcripts, y'all. I don't know what he thought. I really don't. Then Eddie said he only seen Melo a few times because of Valeria. That's what he kept on saying. Well, I only seen him a few times. It wasn't like it was no every weekend. He said, well, it looked like y'all have been hanging out quite a bit and frequently. He still was trying to deny it. Then Eddie had said that Melo, when the incident had took place, Eddie was over there talking about Melo has bust out and said live that Austin, if you do whatever, if you do touch me, if you do find out, you're gonna find out today, some shit like that. But he couldn't really go into the exact detail as to what he actually said. So then the transcript came out again. Then that's when the defense attorney said, okay, well, let me refresh your memory again then. This is how it went with Eddie, y'all. Every time he tried to lie and say he didn't know Karmelo, baby, that defense attorney said, well, okay, well, let me help you refresh. Do you remember this day, what you told the detective this day? And then he said, read it silently. Don't read it out loud. Okay. Now, do you remember what you said? Then he'll come back over to the drawing board. He come back over here to the drawing board. The defense, he was on it today. Then it was something that Eddie said Melo was really violated that. Okay, Eddie said, you remember, okay, we got that. Okay, let me turn the page to see. That was the defense asked Eddie, did he remember asking Melo where he was going? Let's see, text. Okay, we got that. Oh, let's get to January the 5th, 2024. January the 5th, 2024, the attorney asked Eddie, do he remember? He said, let me see. Let me say no. Exhibit more photos of Eddie and Melo, Valeria, and they. Okay, so they pulled out more photos of exhibit 5, 6, and 7. More pictures from January the 5th, 2024. More photos of them. Roasting marshmallows and shit by the fire. Goddamn me, they over there playing. They by the bonfire. Yeah. They was at Eddie's house. Roasting marshmallows. Okay. Then January the 30th, 2024, another party. It was had at Eddie's house, and Eddie invited Melo too. Okay. Then they showed more pictures of that party that happened January the 30th. Now, y'all seeing all these dates and all this doggone time that they've been together, and they showing all these photos that they was really friends, for this boy to sit in and act like he didn't know that child. Oh, it was all that for me. Then he said, let's see, exhibit 9. Okay, 9 and 10 photos. That was more photos. I promise y'all it was about 20 photos. Let's see. Oh, that was the picture of Eddie and Melo. Melo and Eddie grandmama. That was that picture, exhibit 9 and 10. Another occasion, they was playing, oh, that's when I said they playing a video game and he was playing the guitar, and he asked him, do you remember? And he put out some more photos, exhibit 11 and 12, and that was on them. I think they was somewhere else, and there was some more photos, right? So he kind of like was establishing a relationship, y'all, with Eddie and Karmelo. And the more that he established this relationship with Eddie and Karmelo, y'all, the more the jury that's when I saw that Indian lady, the one that was falling asleep yesterday, y'all. It was one juror. She's an Indian lady. And if I could have had a phone in the courtroom, I would have had so many shot pictures of her sleep, nine off sleep. That she slept half the day yesterday. So that was kind of worrying me on yesterday, because I was like, now how is she going to be able to look over all this evidence? How is she going to be able to pay attention, know what's going on when it's time to, this boy life on the line? Girl, you over here nodding off. I started to go over there and just slap the shit out of her ass. And bitch, wake your ass up. The fuck? But today, one of the security chicks, and I know Queen 88, you probably gonna remember who she is, Queen 88. If you in the building, sis, don't you remember the one that kind of, she's a stud, the security, that one that kept bringing the jurors in and out, the light chick, skin chick. She was the one that she said she kept kicking her chair to make her wake up. And I told her this morning, I said, don't kick her chair no damn more. I said, the next time she go to sleep, go tell the judge. She said, we have told the judge. I said, wait a minute. What you mean? So y'all told the judge and the judge ain't did nothing? They need to exclude her off the doggone jury. She said, well, if y'all come in and that seat missing, y'all know. Nah, I don't want to hear all that though. If I come in and the seat missing, oh no, that ain't good enough for me. I need y'all to tell that judge. So what I did was took it an extra mile. Baby, I seen the granny. Let me not say too much. Let me hush. Let me let X that out. I saw some people, baby, and kind of the bird is the word, bird the word, bird is the word. So yeah, they kind of know. They know that she was asleep. So today, y'all, they must have got on her ass this morning when they did their little powwow before everybody came out, because baby, she was woke today. And not only was she woke today, she gave me a sign that she was for Karmelo, y'all. Because when that defense was digging off in Eddie, baby, she was nodding her head yes. I saw her twice, nod her head yes. I said, yeah, okay, we going somewhere now. We got some shit going. But then I looked over at this white, bald head, skin-headed looking ass damn juror. And every time I look at him, he over there skinning and grinning with the prosecution every time they do something. So I already know where he going and who he for. I'm gonna give y'all a rundown of the jurors before I get back to the witnesses, because I got to go over here and tell y'all about this other witness after Eddie, because let me tell y'all, they kept Eddie up there a long time. Eddie got questioned, baby, so long. I got about 4 pages on just Eddie, baby, because that's how long they had his little ass up there. Baby, they had their foot on his neck today. And I was so happy, y'all. I was so happy. But now let's get over to Jeremiah, because Jeremiah, him and Karmelo, they close friends. They tight. Jeremiah, he got a deeper voice like old boy from Boys to Men, the group. Baby, he's like, yeah, my name is Jeremiah. Yeah, and I'm an Aquarius. No, just playing. I'm just playing, y'all. I got to get back serious, y'all. Okay, Jeremiah was the best friend. He like was not best friend, but they real close. And the defense attorney asked Jeremiah, did he play football? And he said, yeah, he played football and track. 4 years football, 3 years track, and he go to Memorial too. And so the defense attorney had asked, how's the culture around the track field? So he kind of went into details like, it's different from a track meet than a football game. And those that have been to the track meet, y'all know exactly what people talking about. And y'all know how it is in the football. So kind of like the track meet, there's a lot of downtime, right? So because this is where all the bullshit happen at the track meet, because it's so much downtime. And in between time, in the meantime, the downtime is where all the stuff happen at. So he said during the downtime, he asked me, what do y'all kind of do on the downtime? He said, well, we just be chilling, under the tent, kind of talking with our partners and stuff like that. So the defense said, have you ever been up under another team tent? He said, oh, yeah, we do that all the time. We go up under somebody's tent and we talk to our friends. Our friends, he said, yeah, I talk to my friends all the time under that tent. I got a lot of partners. I talk to my friends. Yeah, that deep voice. Yeah, so they said, okay. So they said, so what's the policy? Is there a policy of, you can't go up under the tent? He said, no, ain't nobody never told me I can't go up under the tent. I go up under the tent. I ain't never heard nobody say nothing to me. All right. So after he said that, Jeremiah said that nobody ain't never told him he couldn't go up under the other team 10. Because he said everybody do it, right? And then he said that, let's see, this Tion talking to he said not him and Tion, a lot of them they be going up on the other people's team's tent. All right, so then here comes the prosecution, called himself, want to cross-examine. He gonna somebody ask Jeremiah. So I heard, so you got a twin, huh? Twin brother. All right. So Jeremiah said, yeah, I got a twin brother. So he said, you love your twin brother too, huh? So if something happened to your twin brother, here he go, because he knew where we was going with. We knew where he was going with that, with the twin stuff, because he finna try to bring up about Hunter Oster with the twin thing, right? So he gonna tell me, if something happened to your twin brother, you would be devastated, wouldn't you? And so Jeremiah said yes. He said, and also you would have never thought that to happen, because you can't. You're not supposed to have a knife. A knife is not supposed to be brought inside of a school or anything. It's prohibited. And he said, right? And Jeremiah said, yeah. And then he said, okay, so do you think it was okay for anybody to bring a knife in there? He said, no, sir. I said, damn, here we go. Shit. Prosecution, he thought he had did something, right? By doing that, and bring that up. But baby, that didn't work, okay? Because then the defense came back and said, okay, well, I ain't through then, because since you thought you were gonna have the last word. Oh, no, no. So Jeremiah, he said, I guess one last question for you. Okay. He said, do you think Karmelo Anthony was the aggressor? No, sir. Okay, no further questions, Your Honor. All right, next witness. Next witness was that Hosea Ramos. His name spelled Hosea Ramos, 17-year-old Memorial student as well. He was one of the ones that refused to return the investigators' call. Yeah. Karmelo Anthony attorneys, investigators was calling this little bastard phone, and he wasn't even answering the damn phone, y'all. He thought he was gonna get away from this damn subpoena, right? So his little ass had to go take the damn test. Was it the SAT test this morning? So his pappy, the pappy them gonna try to have him there tonight. They didn't want to tell him that his ass had to testify. So he said, okay, well, this is what we're gonna do. He told the prosecutor, don't you tell him that he got the subpoena. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take him, let him take his SAT test, and then after he take that SAT test, I drive his ass on up there to the courthouse. Cause yeah. We gonna be there. We'll be there. Yeah. So yeah, that's how they had to subpoena his little ass, because they wasn't even answering the phone. All right. That was the first red flag. So after the attorney asked Jose, was he interviewed by Detective Folk? Detective Folk, I'm gonna have to watch him because I think he was one of the ones that interviewed him without the parent first, and then he had to come back and interview him with the parent but the first interview was not. As a matter of fact, that wasn't with Jose. That was with Eddie. Let me back up because what he did with Eddie, y'all, he didn't get Eddie phone. That's right. I got to go back because Eddie was up there talking about he had not Eddie. No. Let me go back. That was Jalen. They had the damn phone and said he recorded the damn whole thing. Then turn around a lot of time he was just playing. How you want to talk about you just playing? Ain't nobody gonna play like that. If you sit up there and say you recorded something, know what it was. You recorded on your phone, but you didn't want them to see it because that was gonna show that Karmelo was not the aggressor. And see, that's that bullshit I be talking about. So they gonna sit up there and give him his phone back. And they ask him, well, what? They say, well, how come you mean to tell me that they didn't download nothing off your phone? They just gave you the phone back? Whoo, child. They gave that boy the phone back, so they didn't get no video up out there, y'all. When I drop the link, I want y'all. We're gonna talk about that. Why do y'all think that he did not get that motherfucking video up out there? I think it's because it was gonna prove some stuff. Yeah, that's right, Queen 88. That's right. It was. It sure was. Jalen, yes. So, okay, let me get back to Jose Ramos, the one that was aboard the damn interview after he went and took his SAT, came his ass up in that courtroom. Here go the prosecutor. They told him, say, yeah. He said, I heard you, me and your daddy, we've been having some chit-chats here, but then we talked last week, and you didn't even know that you was going to be here this morning, did you? He said, no, sir. He said, yeah, I know you did because I know you took your SAT today and your daddy didn't want you to have to, I guess be worried or whatever, but that you were going to be up in here testifying. Yeah, because you probably would have flunked. Hey, Dream. Hey, y'all. Oh, hey, y'all. I'm just not seeing it, baby. I'm going all the way. I'm gonna drop the link and let y'all come up. We really gonna get into it. But let me get back to that doggone Hosea. So after he got up there and they was telling him about, okay, we know you had to take the SAT and all that type of stuff, but we're glad you made it because you had, we couldn't get no contact out of you. He was born by private investigators and stuff, right? So then after they asked Jose some questions, Jose was up there lying, talking about Karmelo was the aggressor and all that type of stuff. And then they took her up and took him off the stand. Then came Luke. Goddamn it. And I ain't talking about Luke from goddamn General Hospital, whatever this shit y'all used to watch. Luke and Laura. I'm talking about Luke over here. So Luke was the next witness that was called after they let him off and his little lying ass was lying on the oath. Luke, the prosecution, they asked him about the stabbing. Luke said that he saw Melo put his hand in the backpack, and Luke said that's when Karmelo had came out with and stuck him. So that the defense said, okay, well, hold on, let's back that up. Did Austin say, I'll beat your ass? And then he pulled out the knife out the bag, or was this after the I beat your ass? So he said that Austin had said, I'll beat your ass. And then that's when Karmelo pulled the knife up out of his backpack. Because they kept on saying that Karmelo had his hand in his backpack the whole time. When Austin told him, I'll beat your ass, Karmelo said, you touch me and see what happened. Okay. They over there arguing back and forth, talking about he ain't got nothing in his bag. Like they didn't think Fat Me was greasy, but they had fucked around and had found out, right? So the hard way. And and I hate that it had to end like that because it really did not have to, nobody had to lose their life on that. Because also the coach, and I'm gonna get to that too. After this witness, I'm gonna get to the coach. They put the coach on the stand too, which was one of Karmelo Anthony's coaches. But let's get back to Luke ass, right? So Luke was over there talking about, he was the aggressor and all that stuff that he talking about. They asked him, Luke, where was you sitting at? Luke talking about he was at the bottom of the bleachers, and Luke talking about he was just sitting there listening to the music in his ear. He talking about I can't remember. They asked him, they said, was there any cursing going on when they was going back and forth? Luke talking about I don't recall. Listen, y'all. The daddy of Austin Metcalf and them was sitting over there coaching the shit out them kids and saying, and you know, that he got caught. Y'all, coaching. So after Luke asked, they said, okay, well, we got you. We done heard enough of your ass. You can get the fuck on too. Next witness, medical examiner. Oh shit. Here comes now. This when it got good, y'all. The medical examiner. We thought we were about to see some good stuff, right? Man, they sit up there and showed them pictures to the jury and the jury only. We was like, we sit up there, they got the screen on. We up there waiting. But I said, ooh, they showed the jury the pictures of the stab wound to his chest. And after they took his heart out. Now, why did they need to show that jury that? I'm still stuck right there. All y'all had to do was show them the stab wound. Y'all didn't have to show them when y'all done took this boy's heart out and y'all doing the autopsy on the heart and y'all got to sit up there and show them the picture of the damn heart out. Like, what? What they do that at? So I already know then. Okay, y'all, there y'all go trying to play on the jury sympathy again. They kept on doing that. So those were the pictures that they showed only to the jurors only. They showed the autopsy report. And in the autopsy report, which was exhibit number 89 and 79, 25-01590 unit ID. That's the unit ID number for that autopsy. Exhibit 89 was a copy of the autopsy report itself. And exhibit 90, which they was just showing where they had pronounced him dead on April the 2nd. They said Austin weighed 213 pounds. He was 6 feet, weighed 213 pounds. They said that the stab wound had went in his chest. You know, people were saying that he got stabbed in his abdomen. Y'all. He didn't get stabbed in his abdomen. It was in his chest. They said that the stab wound was on the left side of his chest and it penetrated right vertical of the heart, y'all, in the upper chest. And it was like 2 inches in the length. Now, let's talk about that right quick, because if the doggone chest wound was 2 inches, now I'm going to tell y'all how many inches the knife was. The knife was 3.5 inches. So what that means is almost that whole little knife went up in him, right? But it went kind of like vertical. It didn't go like straight in. Now, in the midst of that, the defense, they came and cross-examined that medical examiner. And there was a woman. It was an Asian woman. She was the medical examiner, Elizabeth Ventura. Elizabeth Ventura from Collin County. She's the chief medical examiner. What her job is, she determines the cause of death, and she get all of the evidence. I mean, from everything she says, she take the organ, whatever, out the body to do the autopsy. That's her job. So what they presented was photograph. They had 80, 81, 82, 83 photos of the autopsy. The medical examiner said that there was internal bleeding. All right. They also said that he was bleeding internally. Okay. But see, I had a problem with that because yesterday they had stated that the knife can't be more than 5 inches, right? When they said it was illegal. That medical examiner, y'all got up there, they showed her the knife and they asked her, is this knife legal under the Texas state law? She said no. So then I said, but wait a minute now. So I went back to my notes from yesterday. I said, wait, but yesterday they said under the Texas law, the knife can't be more than 5 inches. So if the knife was 3.5 inches, that makes it legal. So what's she talking about? I don't understand that. I didn't understand what she was talking about. That's when the essay says, so The medical examiner stated that the knife is considered a deadly weapon under Texas law. She said the knife entered the body in an angled position. So the defense attorney, they kind of was trying to establish if Karmelo, the way Austin pushed him and he came back forth, did that push have anything to do with it going in like more or not? So as he's sitting up here trying to do all the demonstration, here go the prosecution. Your Honor, I object, because that's neither here nor there. However the motion flowed, it could be 100 million ways that the knife could have gone in. The defense, he said, well, but now we're gonna this is what we're gonna establish this, because if I'm leaned down, so he leaned over, like if the victim is like Austin, if he's leaning over towards me and then I do a pull back, so he started leaning over, so they started showing the giving it like examples. So the defense attorney, he was kind of like, okay, if I do this and lean this way, wouldn't that make the knife go in that particular angle? If somebody done push me hard and I'm coming leaning back. In other words, that the defense attorney was trying to get them to see that, hey, had he not pushed Melo and the way he pulled him back onto him, because he both been pulled, Austin grabbed Karmelo by his shirt, and they called it, I forgot what they call it. People that play football, y'all know what I'm talking about, when you pull the jersey up and pull up like you pulling somebody up off their feet, right? So it was more than just like a push. He actually was grabbing him and pulling him. And so here go the prosecution. So what you're trying to say is Austin stabbed his own self by doing that. So the defense said, no, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just trying to show that there are ways that this, the reason why the angle of the knife went and why he bled. I know what he probably want to say. He probably want to say that listen, I'm trying to tell you something. If you listen, because that prosecution, Queen 88, no, that prosecutor is a mess, baby. So then after the prosecution, somebody, Your Honor, I object. That judge said, stop with the objections. So the prosecutor said, okay, whatever. So then that's when the defense, he came back and he kept on trying to show his give an example, right? So then the prosecutor tried to come back and try to do like a cross-examination. But when the defense got ready to object, it was something the judge said, y'all, I didn't like it, and I didn't like it one bit. But I'm gonna tell y'all exactly verbatim what the judge said. When the defense got ready to object, the prosecutor, he told him, the judge said, I'm not about to entertain that objection. Okay. We'll finish this. We'll pair up that so we can finish this process so we can get ready to go to lunch. He told him he wasn't even going to entertain that objection. I found that very unprofessional of him, because how you going to sit up here and say you're not going to entertain? What is talking about? Some murder trial? What you talking about? Entertain this objection. So what I saw today was the judge showing favoritism to that prosecutor. I also caught them having small talk, and I heard that prosecutor, because I was ear hustling. See, everybody, while they was on break, I stayed in the courtroom. Yeah. No. I stayed in that courtroom because I wanted to ear hustle. I wanted to hear what everybody was saying, things. You know what I'm talking about? I'm trying to see what that be like. Thing. Like Mike Evans, now I'm trying to see what that be like. Okay. So I was all up there in the courtroom and shit with my ear hustle on. I look over, I see the judge and the prosecutor over there. They chopping it up. He over there telling him, tell such and such. Here go the judge. Okay, I will. I say, ain't this about a bitch? So they got mutual friends and shit. What's really going on? Then I look over to my left. I see the prosecutor, his attorneys, the other ones, they having a little sidebar over here with the daddy and some of Austin people, and they over there just looking all weird. So I'm like, what the hell they talking about? So then I kind of try to slide over into the other chair, trying to not make it so obvious. And I'm trying to hear what they saying too. I'm trying to hear what everybody was saying while I was sitting there that little 10 minutes. So then after the time for the break over, here come everybody coming back in the courtroom. Well, when everybody came back in the courtroom, that's when they called the coach. The coach was the witness next. They called the coach. Now, the coach is Karmelo's coach. He, I don't know, y'all. They the prosecution kind of tore that coach up, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't even know why they put that coach on there. I don't know why they put him on there. But the coach, he is the coach of Centennial, which is the school where Melo was going. And then this guy, one of the students, somebody by the name of Brandon Stevens' name was brought up. And he must be finna be a witness coming next week, because they kind of brushed it off. They brought it up, but they didn't really say too much more about it. So they was asking about that Brandon Stevens. I don't know if Queen 88, if you remember them saying yesterday something about a Brandon Stevens that came up. I don't know. But they asked that coach, well, coach, is there a policy with other students on other teams not supposed to be up under the other team's tent? Is there a policy? Here go the coach. The coach said no. He said no. There is no policy whether you can be up where other people can't be up under the tent. He said, he left it at that. He said, okay, so did you see Karmelo that day? He said, I saw him earlier that day. And see, until after the stabbing happened. He said, well, did you see him after the stabbing? He said, no, he didn't see him after the stabbing. He asked him, do the coaches monitor the tents? And the coach said that he monitors, like if it's a whole lot of people or whatever, sometimes he'll monitor the tent. So then I got to thinking in my head, I said, well, wait a minute. If he monitored they people tent, then Memorial coach, where was y'all antennas at then that day? Because y'all should have, why the coach wasn't monitoring that tent? So this is coming back to Austin taking things up in his own hand and want to try to be a badass and a bully and want to try to make Karmelo do something when all you had to do was go get the coach. See, this is my thing, y'all, with that before I continue. My thing is this, to me, I'm going to be honest. It could have been avoided on both situations, on both sides. Austin could have went and got the coach. Melo could have just easily walked on off the tent and been done with it. But I'm going to get to why I feel like that Karmelo said, I ain't going nowhere. You're going to have to move me, okay? Because Austin was sitting up there talking noise to him. But before we get to Austin was talking noise to him, Hunter did say something that they lied about and said that Hunter never said nothing. That's a lie. Hunter, that was testified with Hosea. Hosea, the one they said Hunter did say something to Karmelo. I knew he said something to him because he was sitting right next to his brother. And what person, like I said, not gonna sit up there and help take up for their brother, their twin brother at that. They are. So I knew that was some bullshit. But then they brought up this assistant principal, Candy Cole. She's supposed to be like an assistant principal of Centennial. They asked, this coming back to that Brandon again. The defense attorney was asking the coach about that Brandon Stevens, and was he there? Because I think he must have been running that day too. They're gonna bring him to the stand next week, but he on JV. So what's the relevance to Brandon Stevens, y'all? We're gonna have to wait and find it out Monday or Tuesday. But yeah, his name popped up a few times today without us knowing why, right? Then let's see who's the next witness. Let me get over here. Who's next? We got the medical exam, we got Luke, we got Eddie, we got Hosea, Jeremiah. Oh, Chris. Hold on, y'all. That's who I got to get to next too, because Chris was also another one of the students that go to Memorial. He's friends with Austin and Hunter. Chris did a lot of lying on the stand too, y'all. Chris sit there and said that Karmelo, when he came and sat down by Eddie and stuff, said he didn't really say much, but then they said he had a little small talk with Eddie. That's when he was over there talking about this weather is crazy, right? They said he sat down for a good 5 minutes and he chopped it up with Eddie. That's what Chris was saying. So then they cross-examined him and was like, well, shoot, did you say that Karmelo was the aggressor? The prosecutor kept coming back to that, y'all. They kept coming back to Karmelo was the aggressor. They made every last one of them students that got on that stand, except for, and this was the prosecutor from yesterday, y'all, except for this one. They made them all say, so who was the aggressor? And then they say, Karmelo was the aggressor. So in your eyes, do you feel like this was self-defense? You know what they said? No. Chris was one of the another student, y'all. Chris is another student. His name is spelled Kriss. It's spelled Kriss. That was Chris. Chris was another one of the students that testified, right? So we had Chris that testified. Chris was the one, he didn't stay up there too long, y'all, but Chris was one of the ones that said that Karmelo was the aggressor. He basically, y'all, tried to get everybody up there that could say, well, Karmelo was the aggressor and there was no self-defense, basically. Okay. Then the next witness that was called, let me talk about Paul Espinoza. Now, y'all think that Paul Espinoza is a Hispanic because Espinoza, this is a whole brother. This was a whole brother. Now I'm going back to the witness from yesterday because I want to bring him up because Paul Espinoza, he was the prosecutor. He was one of their witnesses and he was a brother. Yeah, he was a brother. He's 17 years old. Paul was there with his mama and his sister. The mama worked at the damn concession stand. She was there, and his sister was there. The sister was up under the tent too. But Jeremy, that Kriss, yep, friends with the twins. Yep. He's a friend of the twins. Paul's sister was sitting on that tent too, up under the tent, he said, at the bottom down there, and the mom was at the concession stand because he said when it all took place, he was trying to call his mama. But no, the mom was trying to call him to see where he was, but his phone was on the bus, so he couldn't. So, because once the stabbing happened, they made all them kids get on the bus, y'all. They just made a big announcement, everybody get on the bus. Stop what you're doing right now and get on that bus. But they was all running around. So Paul Espinoza, they just lost their daddy too, right? The daddy was murdered in California recently. So they kind of put that out there. Paul going through some things. He done lost the dad. The dad was murdered in California. Paul said he saw Austin talking to Melo. And then Paul said that the girls was in the middle of the tent. And he said Austin started asking. That's when he started asking Karmelo, who are you? And then they tried to turn around and say, Karmelo said, who is you? But then that came out today that was a lie. That he didn't say that. But he asked him, who was you? He couldn't tell him who it was. So then Paul said Austin was the leader and that he was, now this is what got me. Paul gonna sit up there and say Austin was one of his motivation. He was a leader and he made him feel great. He made him feel like this is how he said it. Let me rephrase it. He said, I lost the one person that pushed me to do great things. I said, this motherfucker here, listen at this. I said, see, I knew something wrong with your ass when they told me your goddamn name was damn Espinosa and you a whole damn brother and you don't ain't no kind of Mexican up in you. You just blacker than black. What Espinosa come from? What your mama married a Mexican and then just gave y'all you adopted it because ain't nothing Mexican in you. He just as chocolate as he wanna be. So I didn't understand the Paul Espinosa. I was trying to figure that out. What the hell the Mexican come in there? Because Espinosa is a Hispanic last name, but he ain't nothing going on Hispanic about him. So I knew it was some shit. I knew that was a red flag right there. So when he got to talking and was on Austin's side, I said, see, you know what I see? They went and got all these black kids to try to make it look like it wasn't a race thing. However, it was. I don't care what they say. They using that's just like they do. I always want to use us and want to use us to clear Austin. Not Austin. Want to clear keep Hunter from getting involved because at the end of the day, Hunter should have been arrested. Hunter, Tion, what's the other one? Matter of fact, all of them, Paul, Luke, John, Mark, and Mook, all of them got all the apostles. All of them should have been arrested. Every last one of you ask me, they shouldn't have let none of them, all of them should be locked up. What they say the class about this, man, there are dark skin. I know it's dark skinned Hispanic people. I know that, but it's just I'm not used to seeing nobody not being mixed at least. But I'm not talking about he dark. He ain't just he dark. Okay. I'm talking about like the little yellow bus dark. You got the light dark tinted windows on the yellow bus. Then you got the medium dark tinted. That's the little bit longer ones that them kids they kind of artistic. Then you got that other yellow bus, them hoes dark in the bitch because all them kids up in there they slow, right? So they don't even want you to see them kids up in there. They don't want to be disturbed. So that's them the winner that's dark. He dark, okay, like that. So that's why I said it took me for a loop when I saw this last name was Espinosa. But Paul got the line, y'all. The attorney had asked Paul, did he see the altercation in the beginning? Because he said no, he didn't see it. Paul, and then this is what I wrote in my notes, Paul lied and can't be consistent in his statement. Paul said the coach may tell them to leave and he may not. Because that's when they was up there talking about, is the coach is the one that's supposed to tell y'all to leave, or is it, because why would he try to take it upon himself to try to make Karmelo leave in the first place? That's coming back to he should have went and got the coach. Paul said, no, they didn't go get the coach. Paul said the other team from the other schools, it was another tent, the Liberty High School tent was next to Memorial High School tent too. The Liberty tent is where the little hot tail, fast tail girls was. Darian, which was another witness from yesterday, she was one of the little girls. She graduated. She is also a twin. So the prosecutor played on her too. She was a prosecutor witness. So she played on the sympathy too. She got her little fast tail ass up there and broke down and started crying too. Which I ain't gonna really say that because I understood her, and I know Queen 88. I think you was in there when now you had left. You left when Darian got up there. I think you had left Queen 88 when Darian got up there. Darian, she had a twin, but this is what I did not understand. Darian got a scholarship. She said she going on to Louisiana to college, but her twin going to Nebraska. Wait, I said Nebraska, but black folks, we don't go up there. God, the hell you going to Nebraska for? So that kind of raised the red flag me because I had been hearing allegedly, child. Now I'm gonna say this here. This is alleged, but all the other stuff happened in the courtroom. But I'm gonna tell y'all this a little alleged tea. Allegedly, it was some things that took place. The reason why they was even on that stand the prosecutor's witnesses in the first place. And when she told me that her and her sister were going to 2 separate colleges, that kind of came up in my brain. Well, did y'all take something? But I'm gonna leave that and let y'all do what y'all want to with that. Then let's get over here to, wait a minute. Let's see who we're gonna get to next, and I'm gonna drop the link because I want to know. I'm gonna let y'all hit the link because we're gonna really talk about it. We're gonna talk. Matter of fact, let me do that right now, y'all, because I've been missing. I ain't read no comments. While I drop this link, because I got a mod Queen 88 up, I'm still trying to get over here to do that too. So hold on, y'all. Let me drop the link. Okay. So whoever want to come up on the panel, ask me any questions. Anything I might have missed, I'm dropping the link. There you go. Come on up so we can talk about it. What questions you might have of what happened yesterday, today. Oh, I'm gonna tell y'all this too. This morning, y'all, this is the sacrifice. Queen 88 can tell y'all, baby, to get up in that courtroom, because they only take 27 people, y'all. Y'all don't know the sacrifices that I have made to get inside this courtroom, starting with yesterday. Yesterday, y'all, when I say I was there at 4:00 a.m. yesterday, I was number 1 in line yesterday. So I got in yesterday. I was number 1. Queen 88 was 27. Keep in mind, it's only 27, baby. We had the front and the head sold up, baby. Queen 88 at the back, I'm at the front, baby. But we was in there, right? So, but this morning, y'all, I said I knew it was Saturday, and I ain't never in my life knew that they was gonna have no court on a Saturday. But baby, who was up at that mug at 3:30 this morning? Because I just knew. And lo and behold, I'm thinking I'm gonna be the first one at 3:30 this morning, y'all. It was 2 people already there. So then I was number 3, but at least I was in there. But let me tell y'all, they had a whole wreck yesterday. Yeah. It was a wreck yesterday of the cars. So this morning they wouldn't let us park like we was parked yesterday morning, because they said it was the wreck happened and y'all weren't supposed to pull like that no way in front of the courthouse before 6 o'clock. They didn't want nobody to go in the parking lot until starting at 6 o'clock. Now keep in mind, I got there at 3:30. So now we got to go down the street and park at this it's like a hospital and a church across through where they both got parking lot. We all up in there lined up, y'all, like a soup line around that mug this morning. Y'all would have thought it was a soup line going on up in that mug, baby. We was lined up in there this morning too. So this morning it was the game had changed the plan. It's like every day they changed the rules. So this morning, y'all, they was up there talking about, oh, hold on, somebody backstage. Let me grab him. Hold on. Let's get it. Hello. Who is this?
Hey, hi. My name is Steven. You came up with my algorithm. I'm not sure how, but it's all good. I've been listening for the last like 20 minutes.
Okay, Steven. Well, thank you for joining. Coming up on the panel. And what's your thoughts on this case? Tell me what you think about it. Do you think that, how you think it's going, what you think they're going to do? Just tell me what you think.
So from what I know about it, right, because I didn't know a lot of the particulars until maybe I think Tuesday. I knew of the case, I just didn't know the particulars. If I'm a juror, now based on, we're going to take emotion out of it. We're going to take race out of it.
Okay.
Strictly evidence.
Okay.
I think that he's going to be found not guilty. Here's why. Okay. The people in the courtroom, like when all of them say they saw the tape, and everybody who just disclaimer, most of the people I saw who saw the tape, when they were people of color, they were. I hate saying black because black is not a color.
Right, exactly.
And they kept saying, okay, well, Carmelo was jumped, and that they airbrushed the mugshot. All these people are saying the same thing. Everybody ain't lying. Not everybody.
Right.
And then you look at Austin Metcalf's brother. Initially, when he talked about it, he said one thing, and then later on, he said another. Like that's why they didn't call him, because the prosecution know if we call him, the defense is gonna tear him apart.
You know what? It's funny you said that, because he wasn't even there in the courtroom today, y'all. He was there yesterday. Hunter wasn't even there today. I forgot to tell you that, Queen 886. He wasn't even there today.
But he was there the other day.
I didn't see him. I didn't see him this morning. I did not see Hunter sitting in that courtroom this morning.
What?
I didn't see him.
Hunter was sitting in front of his dad, and his dad was sitting in front of me.
Right, but he wasn't this morning.
What?
So I'm thinking maybe because it was Saturday and then the defense was calling their people. I don't know if he just didn't want to be there. Or maybe he knew the medical examiner. He probably thought that them pictures were going to be shown. He didn't want. Either way it go, I didn't see him.
What?
I didn't see him.
So did he think that they was gonna? Did he know they was gonna call him like to the stand or something, or what?
To my Hunter?
Yeah, Hunter.
They didn't call him to the stand. See, that's what. I'm sorry. What's your name again?
Oh, my name is Stephen.
Stephen. Okay, go ahead, Stephen. What you were saying?
Yeah. So I think that his stories, like Hunter's stories, contradicted themselves initially, because in the first story he told right after was something different than what he told later on. And he went on Fox and said something different. And I'm like, bro, you literally lied. They caught you. Now, if he would have got called by the defense, they were gonna say, well, you said 4 guys approached Carmelo, which is what they said in the video. 4 guys approached him. They jumped him. Carmelo tried. Now, I wasn't in there. I'm just going on what was said. Carmelo tried to run away. They dragged him back.
Yeah.
Austin put him in a headlock, and then that's when Carmelo did his thing. So they were gonna get you on that, but the prosecution. This is where they messed up, and this is what I think they're gonna be. He's gonna be found not guilty, despite the race of the jurors. All the friends who came up, especially the last one, what was his name? Eddie. I think Eddie killed it for him. He killed it for the prosecution, because he lied and said, right. He said he wasn't friends with him, bro. They got pictures with you a lot, and y'all look pretty. Like the defense tore him up, so it's almost like they were lying and they were being coerced to lie, and that's why you saw like they weren't necessarily stoic. It's like they were practicing on how to lie, but the defense was like, "No, we got you. We got you. Everything you said, we got something against them." Now, some of those kids, and you got rumors going around talking about someone with promised scholarships or whatever. I can't speak to that because I don't know. But what I do know is that Eddie lost it for the prosecution, and he lost it. He lost the case.
He did, and that's when they, don't y'all know? I forgot to tell y'all, the prosecution rested today. And that's when the defense started calling their first witness. They rested today. And I said that. Didn't I tell you that since yesterday that they was gonna rest today?
Oh yeah.
And they did.
And they did.
And they did. They did.
I do think Carmelo's gonna have to take the stand. I think Carmelo's gonna have to take the stand. I didn't know it was going on. I think he has to. I think he has to because
do you think that Carmelo should take the stand?
Yes.
You do too?
Yes. And let me tell you why. Because we cannot negate the fact that we saw the body camera, which shows his authentic reaction after he did what he did. So they can't go back and say, well, you said here, because he was still showing some type of sympathy when he did what he did.
Y'all put Queen 88 link in the chat too, y'all. Let your people put the link in the chat too. See, put y'all links in the chat to y'all pages. Drop all y'all pages in the chat too, y'all.
Get this. It's different from the witnesses because they said one thing last time and said something else this time. A lie, you gotta switch the story. A truth, gonna be the same goddamn story every time.
Yep.
You don't even miss a beat.
Exactly.
So he just don't understand because all he said was, I did it. I told them not to touch me, basically. Yep. And they did. Is he okay? He started crying. How can you switch that?
Exactly.
How?
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to get up there.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to show some type of sympathy, empathy. He better give it all he got. He better Tyler Perry that.
But based on the law, based on the letter of the law, now Texas is a. Now I live in Alabama. It's bad enough. Texas, they don't play. I don't even want to visit Texas. But
Where you live?
I'm in Alabama. I'm from Alabama.
Shit, that's worse than Texas.
No, it ain't. Y'all be frying people for real out there. Heck no.
Go down the wrong road around that motherfucker. You don't get hung up by your leg up on the tree frying that. No, just
we got some, but they know who. These ain't the 50s. I'll tell you that much. We put that iron on them. But here's the thing. And Queen Ed, I'm gonna talk to you in a minute because anyway. But it's almost like the jurors are in a predicament because once again, despite race, they have to look at it like, okay, we might want to find them guilty, but based on the evidence, you kind of, and if it was the other way around, I would say the same thing. Facts are facts, truth is truth. Forget the race. Mm-hmm. You got to find them not guilty because one, he wasn't trying to kill that boy. Two, why won't they release the video to the public? Because you know how it's gonna look. You know it. They beat that boy up, and you can say what you want to people. I've been arguing with people all day on Facebook, and all these people come from the same lineage, and you can just guess which one that is. And they're saying stuff like, "Well, I haven't heard that." Okay, go research. I'm not your parents. Go to Google. You can find this stuff. I think it's going. I'm not going to say it's going to start a race war. It's going to start a very deep race discussion when it shouldn't, because you got people who are rooting for this child to go to prison. Now, once again, I sympathize with the Metcalf family.
Yeah,
I do. Because ain't no coming back from that. That ain't no coming back from that. At the same time, it was not your job to be the police out there. He was kicked from what I think Queen 88 said this yesterday. And Queen 88, I mean, I listen to a podcaster who don't necessarily agree with your lie. I'm not gonna say the podcaster's name, but she gave you a shout out.
Let me tell you something. Put in the contact because I don't give a damn. We are here. One thing about me and Sid, we don't give it to raw in the cut. We ain't finna pussyfoot around the truth. But go ahead.
But yeah, see, Austin, I think you said it's Queen 88. I don't want to misquote you. Was Austin kicked off the track team? Was he even supposed to be there?
No, Austin was not supposed to be there because he was in alternative school.
Right.
You know what?
Not Austin. No, hold on, not Austin. Hunter. I think it's Hunter.
That must be Brandon, the boy that Brandon that keep coming up. Now y'all done made me remember who Brandon is, because I think Brandon, Queen 88, that's the other one that got suspended. Because if he hadn't been suspended, he would have been there, and it would have been 5 of them. Because he one of their partners. I think that Brandon gonna take that stand next week, but he must be on the defense though, because the defense the prosecution arrested today.
Right.
So everybody that comes forward next week is on the defense witnesses.
Yeah, and also I noticed this too, because I looked up I saw the rules on the blade he had was not necessarily a knife. It was a multi-tool device. That's what they called it. Anything illegal is 5 inches or above. His is 3.5. So it was legal.
Stephen, it's funny you said that, because I don't know if you heard earlier, the medical examiner testified today that it is illegal. So this what happened. They showed her the knife, right? The weapon, and asked her, is this an illegal weapon? She said, in the state of Texas, that is an illegal weapon. And I found that strange, because how y'all gonna say that's an illegal weapon and it's under 5 inches? It was only measured at 3.5 inches. So which makes it not prohibited. You can't say it's prohibited in nowhere, because that makes it legal, because it's only 3.5 inches.
Right. And it wasn't necessarily a knife. See, they're framing it as a knife. It was used to do a lot of things.
Read this. So you mean to tell me the medical examiner is going against what Officer Cortez said yesterday, sir? Yeah. The officer, that's his line of work. I think he would know. Medical examiner, that's not your line of work, boo-boo.
Thank you. And she showed set her tail up there. Elizabeth Ventura from Collin County, the chief medical examiner at that. I might have to make a phone drop. I'm gonna drop a dime on her ass Monday.
What a banana! What a banana!
Banana! I'm drop a
dime. I don't like that.
I don't like that shit. I don't like this shit at all.
But I would, but like I said, based on that, and this is what leads me to what I'm gonna say to 88. 88. Now listen, the verdict is probably gonna come in next week. I'm humbly asking you. Now you can do what you want to do. You grown up.
Exactly. Stick to medicine.
Don't go. Like don't let them push it. But I understand you want to defend yourself, but look, ain't no telling what they're supposed. Just be the bigger person. Let them talk, because ain't no telling how them people gonna react. If he's found not guilty, just walk. Because I saw you the other day, and I was like, come on, walk away.
You mean tell me, home say something.
Yeah, Freedom. You heard
this why I asked you this. Nobody can ever answer this question, right?
Okay.
Why do we, being of color, have to suppress myself? Why they do it?
Essence, it said you gotta reconnect your thing, and it says disconnected. Essence, your thing is disconnected, honey. I'm gonna have to kick you back and come back because it says it's not connected. Y'all. No, not you. It's somebody trying to come up backstage. Before I want y'all to take a look at something. Hold on, because we got to talk about this. Hold on. Check this out, y'all.
Before I knew his name, now this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." And he's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about it.
Walking back to our stand, we put our tent up so all the bleachers were right there were not wet from all the rain. We come back, we sit down, and this kid said something behind me. I've never met this kid in my entire life, never knew who he was. Said something just inappropriate and uncalled for. And I turned around and asked him who he was. He started getting really aggressive. My brother stepped in. He started being, how he always is with me, just brothers, just having my back. And things started getting more like higher intensity. And the kid said some like aggressive stuff, like reckless stuff,
Okay, just lying. Now, Queen 88, you know he lying. Now, tell me before I even said, where was the lie at? Off the top.
The lie off the top was motherfuckers trying to say he wasn't there, and he clearly showed that he was.
And then you heard him say that Austin grabbed Karmelo backpack.
Yep.
But then y'all are saying that Karmelo grabbed his own
backpack
while he was sitting there. Hold on, let's not forget. Hold on. I'm drinking, my bad. Take it back to what Jalen said. Jalen said Karmelo was sitting and staring out of space, talking.
Mm-hmm.
Basically saying like, you better not touch me, looking at a space. All them lines.
And did y'all hear what he said? He said that he was talking reckless. He said, "I didn't see anything. I turned my head." But you heard everything he said, but you didn't see nothing. But all of a sudden you turn it. So that don't even make sense.
That
like
don't make sense.
Yeah, like it happened in 2 or 3 seconds. They were just talking reckless. He stabbed him. I turned my head on. This ain't in movies. That don't even happen like that
at all.
So all this happened in a few seconds like that. He knows good and well. I'm not going to use the football issue. None of that. He knows because he was part of the fight. All they got to do is do 2 things: show the mugshot, the original mugshot, and show the video to the public. They know what's going to happen if they do that. Even white people are going to be like,
so, yeah, okay, man. So I want to ask y'all something. I know damn well Toby Shook and Howard done seen these little interviews. Come on, man. When we going to bring these to light?
That part.
When we going to bring these to light? Do we need to call them Monday?
It won't look good. It won't look good because they really. I don't think they want a race war. I just think that the way they want to frame it, well, we don't need. So let me just go back to what I was saying to you. So your question was, why do you have to suppress who you are? And I'm not saying suppress who you are. What I'm saying is be cognizant, because some folks walk around like, I'm not saying you naked out there. Naked means without the heat. But I'm saying you just never. Some people are some more emotional, and you ain't going out there for that. Some people might come out there for that, and they catch you off guard based on how they're feeling and the high emotions surrounding the case. You just never know. I just don't want you to put yourself in a position.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm not by myself.
Right.
I'm not by myself.
I understand that, and Eddie, I'm not saying you're not. But what I'm saying is, these are folks who like when you think of mass, when you know what's in this country, the most of them are committed by the same like European or people of European descent. So I'm just saying, don't stoop down to that level. If you feel like your mentality is the penthouse, don't go down to the gutter. There's no reason to. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying suppress who you are. I'm saying be smarter.
But that's what I'm saying. It's easy for somebody to say that's not out there right now and don't. It's not in there.
I'm not in the trench. I understand. But I've been in situations where I've had to. I'm not saying I'm being weak about walking away. I'm being smart about walking away. I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction of explaining to my family or explaining to somebody in court why you did something. No, you got it. It's you won, champ. It's all good. I'm gonna let God deal with you because that God get back something else. I can't do what God can do.
See, this is when we gotta stop. Man, I ain't trying to be funny. This one we gotta stop leaning on this goddamn Bible. That's like Bible thumping. We are so quick as black people, people of color. We're so quick to just throw out a goddamn scripture, a Bible verse, and we think that's gonna cover everything.
That's Dream. Dream is not it's not connected. I'm sorry, sis. Go ahead. Dream Live Shine come trying to get in the building. We sure need help here. Dream hit it again. It's saying it's not connected. Go ahead, sis.
Yeah, we always want to throw out a goddamn Bible verse every time shit get hard. We want I call ourselves teabag prayers. We only pray when in hot water. I'm not saying that's you. But I'm just saying that's basically how things are going. We always want to throw out a goddamn Bible verse every time something go down. Let's keep religion out of it. Right?
I didn't throw out about.
No, it's not you. I'm just saying, when are we gonna stop leaning on a goddamn Bible that we don't even know is fucking real, that the goddamn masses put in front of our damn ancestors to suppress us?
But the Bible was there before that. The Bible.
It's like we keep saying praying as God. But what if God ain't working fast enough?
But that's not my call. That's not my call, Queen Eddie. He can work just as quickly. Like we don't know what he's gonna do. But as far as you, let's talk about you. I'm asking you. I'm not saying don't be who you are. I'm saying just don't put yourself in the.
Hit the link again, Dream. It's saying
just don't put yourself,
baby.
Go ahead.
Don't. That's what you got to do. When it says allow camera or whatever, allow it and then turn it off. And then Sid will say, if I can see you, then you turn it off. Because if you say don't allow the camera, it's not gonna let you up. Allow both of them, and then while you backstage, turn it off when you.
No, it's saying she's not connected. It's like
that's why because she's not connecting her camera and her audio.
Okay, so come back, Green,
before she get on stage.
Okay, so come back. Let me see what I hit them little 3 dots and hold on. Let me see. Okay. Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about. Go ahead, Dream. Hit the link again. Go ahead, sis.
Yeah. But no, you good. You good, Queen. I just want to make sure that you know.
No, I'm absorbing what you're saying, Doc. I get what you're saying. Don't put myself in the situation. I get it. I understand. I'm not gonna do that. But nobody can answer this question. Why do I always have to suppress myself while they do what the fuck they want to do and say what they want to say, but I have to hold my composure? Our ancestors did that long enough, holding composure.
Right. No, here's the thing. So I know you from the Mo3 sector, right? Now imagine if Yellow would have just held his composure. He wouldn't be where he is now, would he? Because he's going to prison for the rest of his life. Imagine if he just used common sense and just left it alone. Mo was going to get locked up, but Mo was out here stepping. Imagine if Yellow would have just used his common sense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all you have to do. Just be like, you know what? I'm gonna let the law, because the same way the law deals with people who are alive, they can deal with the people who are dead too. You just got to give them a chance to deal with it. That's all I'm saying. Let the law deal with it. Don't take the law in your own hands, because I don't want to see you on. You don't want to go be on the other side of them bars, do you? I know I don't. Prison don't sound cool. It sounds cool to some of these rappers. It don't sound cool to me. I like being a civilian. I may not be making the money they make, but I'd rather be a broke civilian than a paid prisoner any day.
Yeah.
Any day.
modern day slave.
But see,
Right.
that's all I was trying to say too. I just do not feel like Austin should have taken that matters in his own hands. That's where I'm stuck
Absolutely.
at right there, because it was so easy. If when he told you, I'm not going nowhere, all you had to do was go get the coach.
Absolutely. That's it. Or somebody else, like a
Or
guard, and just somebody be
somebody,
like,
an
hey,
adult. An
yep.
adult. Just go get an adult. You over here trying to play Billy Badass. Cause see, and another thing, y'all, I had did my little research. I was telling Queen 88 this yesterday. And I already did my little research on the family. Then my brother them, his son them have had issues out here going to school. My brother moved out here in '99, and when I tell y'all, his son went through a lot of this with them bullying, trying to, but it didn't work because he was fighting damn near every day. Today was kicking him out of this school. They kicked him out of He went to Centennial. He went to these schools. You see what I'm saying? He went and and he had to constantly, all my life I had to fight riding this motherfucker. You hear me?
Right. Right. And it's just a lot
It goes
going on.
down around Frisco, McKinney, Plano.
Yeah.
It goes down, y'all. And I've really been seeing a lot more since this trial. Like Queen 88. Like, listen, these protesters, they've been doing the fool, ain't they?
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they were throwing water on some of the protesters today, and I'm like, yeah, like, see that right there?
I missed that.
Yeah, they were throwing water on. I said, I see. You
See,
just
it's
gotta.
the dream thing, because here go another one. Hers is Teflon. Hers is fine. See what I'm saying? It's dream tried again, baby. Everybody else able to come up.
Dream might need to update her browser. Sometimes
Hello?
you might need to update it.
Hey,
Hi.
how are you?
How you
Yeah, it
doing?
wouldn't let me in on my
Oh,
Dream
that
Live
shit
Shine account.
that's so
It
you
was
had to
being
come in
disrespectful.
under your burner account.
Yeah. I had to get in on my other account.
Well, let's go. Dream Live Shine, baby. The duo was back in the
Yeah,
building, baby.
I seen you on Ratchet's Live down there at the courthouse.
Yeah, him and
But
Skull popped out yesterday, man. I'm telling you, that
yeah,
was a beautiful thing, wasn't it, Queen?
yeah, I seen both of them.
That was a beautiful thing. I loved. I was glad to
But
see it.
you look cute in your little
He did. I love
clueless
Suited
suit.
and booted. Suited
it.
and booted.
Very much clueless vibes. It was
Thank
cute.
you.
Uh,
So what's your take, Blue, on what you think about what's going on? You been following
I
it?
think it's a very, very racist case. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that that's the reality that everybody is going to have to come to grips with.
Mm-hmm.
Um, 100%, I think it's something that could have been avoided naturally, right?
Right.
I don't think that the white boy, I don't feel like he had to touch him or get in his space to start off with. Um, I also don't think the reality is I don't think that he had to stab him either. I think it's a lot
Yeah.
more to that. I feel like this must have been, could not have just been a one-time encounter. It had to be like some pre-bullying or something going on, is what I feel
It
like
wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. It
that we
wasn't.
don't know, because for that to just be just like at random like that is absurd. I can't see them really being compassionate towards him, even though I feel like they should be, because he is a kid. You know, their brains aren't all the way developed. They're prone to making dumb decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think that, but unfortunately, I think that as melanated people, we don't get that type of grace in the courtroom. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think that this same situation could have happened in reverse. And I think it would be I think you would see a lot more compassion
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
everybody involved. Because even if you look at that, where did that case, the case with the siblings, the step sibling, and he on the cruise?
Yeah. That was
You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking
the
about?
white. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it was in a weird state. I don't know. I don't know if it was DC or the DMV area. It was somewhere. Maybe I'm wrong, but I know you're talking
Yeah,
about
but
the
do
boy.
y'all see how they handle it? But my point is, like, with the age, with them all being kids, but do you see
Right.
how they're literally handling him with kid gloves? He's been not been
Yeah.
jailed or anything.
Yeah.
Um, and it's
Yeah.
clear he did it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah. He
mean?
got a bond. He got a low bond, and well, he's not a flight
Well,
risk and
he's
all that.
been
But you
out
killed your
and being
stepsister.
coddled, and I'm just saying that, like, I just don't think that we're gonna see um Carmelo given a level of grace that a child that age should be. That's
Well,
all I'm
yeah,
saying.
because okay, let's talk about the jurors now because I got a whole diagram over here that I drew. Queen A, they'll tell you I drew the whole damn diagram of where they was sitting at and all that, right? But
Right.
let's talk about that because they were saying that they were all white jurors. That's not true. It's 4 whites and the rest foreigners. Okay, let's talk about that. The
But
rest
that but
are
that counts
foreigners.
as white though.
Well, not necessarily, because again, and I go back to that Indian lady that I was talking about. I thought that she was tapped out and she already made her mind up. This was yesterday. Then today was a whole different ball game because she was leaning more toward Carmelo's side when they was eating Eddie ass up on the witness stand. So this is what I'm saying. Like, I think that as the days go by and depending on who is bringing the most, like yesterday, the prosecution won. I'm gonna give them that. Do you think so, Queen 88?
That the prosecution won today?
No, yesterday.
Hell yeah, but see, that's because they didn't hear what we had to say.
That part.
They won, but see, because they was pulling on them heartstrings. You right.
That part. But today they came back swinging, and so they swung so hard they grasped that Indian's attention, and ain't no telling who else on that attention that they may have grasped, right? Got. So that I say that to say this: every day as the trial as it progresses, I'm thinking that all we need is one jury, y'all. We just need one for it to be a hung jury. We don't need but one. And I feel like we at least have one. But while we talking about the jurors, let me break it down for y'all because like I said, I got it all here on a diagram. I got to draw it out.
Before you do, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Do you think that with it being no jurors of color, like do you think that's well, not a problem? Do you think the defense could have done better at fighting for jurors of color to be up there? Like, because I do.
Absolutely. You know why? Because and I don't know if y'all been seeing this, but George Zimmerman, lawyer, he been even coming out speaking about it.
Right. Oh, really?
Did
Oh,
y'all see
wow. I didn't see it.
Yeah, George Zimmerman lawyer said even in his case that he was trying with George Zimmerman, he said they was trying to make sure that there was at least one black on the jury. He said he said with not a one black on the jury, he said that could potentially pose a problem. That could be a problem in the end. We just got, but let me put this out there at Queen 88. You can vouch for this too, because you was in the courtroom yesterday. Carmelo has an Indian on his attorney team.
Sure do.
Yeah.
Clock that. He got 2 white men and an Indian.
Howard Shook and that Indian girl.
There you go.
Yep, Howard Shook and that Indian girl. Sure do.
So it's a possibility once that Indian on the jury saw that one of her sisters was over there on the dream team. She said, well, shit, let me go on, because they lawyer with their people. They stick by their people.
Right.
So that's a plus. And then the way I watched her, y'all, twice today. When that defense was turned Eddie up, I watched her nod her head twice in agreement to what was being said.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, ultimately, it's still gonna have to just watch for it to play out, because just think if you were on a jury. Well, I don't know, because it's different because you.
Well, no, this is what gets complicated.
Like basically, I feel like they still gonna have to hear everything.
Yeah, they are.
And
well, the letter of the law makes it complicated. But this is what I found out about the prosecution. They had 35 witnesses. They called 21 of them. Why didn't you call the other 14? You could have done that.
Come on with it. Come on with
Okay,
it.
let's talk about
Come on
that
with it, baby.
because here at the end of the day, the brother had one damn assignment. The one black juror that could have been on there, he had one assignment and he failed
Right.
at the assignment by saying he don't think that he can convict the brother. Now, even if I was thinking that, I would have never
I
said it.
wouldn't say.
And then
Yeah.
I saw where with Queen A, when we was on that, I think
Oh, he was a
when somebody
plant.
we was on there talking about that, somebody gonna sit there and say, "Oh, so he's supposed to lie and say shit." That's not a lie.
I mean, you
That's
don't
just
say
not
that.
saying nothing at all.
You
That
know
ain't
what?
lying.
All
Yeah.
skin folk ain't kinfolk. That's like, yeah, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. That's got to be a plant because there is
Exactly.
no
I don't know
way.
why he would say that out loud, Rose.
Yeah, no real black person. Even if I felt like that to the core of my being, even if I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put not guilty no matter what they tell me in this courtroom, right?
That
I'm
part.
not gonna tell them that.
That part.
That's it. So yeah, he's a plant. That's not. That's crazy.
Right.
Y'all, let me say this right quick because I know I seen Queen A. You asked me too about setting the goal. Let me tell y'all one thing about the Sin City podcast show. If I set the goal, I do. If I don't, I don't. Because y'all notice I don't put cash app up. I don't ask nobody for a dime. All I ask y'all to do is hit that like, share, and subscribe button. That's free. I don't ask for no money. If you want to join as a member, you can do so. I have members as well. You can join, but I'm not asking nobody for a dime. Trust me, I'm not. So I just wanted to put that out there because I did not set a goal because that's not. I come to bring y'all the raw deal, the real deal. I'm not asking y'all for nothing. Y'all just hit the free shit. Hey, I got some of my bread already. Okay.
I think I know that.
I get a YouTube check every motherfucking month still. Every 21st of the month.
Okay.
All right now.
And it's all for the free. Just keep that
So when you said you was going there at 3:00 in the morning to get there, it was packed like that with people trying to
at
get up in
3:30. Queen A says, well, what time did you get there yesterday?
I got there at 5, and when I pulled it was cars lined down the
Thank
street.
you.
I drove, parked my car, couldn't even park it straight. Jumped out that goddamn car. It was like 75 people to the stop sign.
Y'all, this is how important this case is. People really trying to get in that courtroom. And this is another problem I have. Don't y'all know Collin County is the only courthouse that do not have phones or cameras. I found this out today, Queen A. I found out that they all signed this form that prohibits phones, cell phones, and cameras. They all signed this like supposed to be a long time ago, and they said unless somebody come and change it, yeah, that's the reason why. But see, it just like with Mo 3 trial, with Yellow Bees trial that's coming up in August. One thing about Dallas, you can take your phone in there, your cameras, and it's first come, first serve. We ain't got to worry about who getting a badge. Like Queen A, tell them what we had to do yesterday.
Baby, we couldn't have no phones. We had to sit outside. Hold on. They got a metal detector, whatever, inside the court. When you go upstairs, they got another one before you go inside the room.
Make sure. Oh, but speaking of phones, guess what happened today? And we're going to talk about that because I said I was going to expose that.
So no meta glasses?
Hold on. I got to expose the judge right now. Because, no, we don't talk about the judge right now. So somebody's phone rang in the courtroom today, Queen 88.
Was it media?
I don't give a damn if it was media. Yeah.
Okay, media should put that shit on silent. They know better.
It was two of them. Guess what? It was a lady sitting next to me. She over there texting on her phone. I said, guess what she told me? She wasn't media, but guess what she told me? She said she worked there and she was off. I said, I want to say, what you got your nose ass up in here for? She was a white woman, but guess why she was in there? And Kelly that was sitting next to me, Kelly's the other girl that I was with yesterday that kept me and her exchanging. She was writing a lot of notes too. Mm-hmm. She said that every time I was writing my notes, that white bitch was over there looking at my motherfucking notes, y'all. She was trying to see what I was writing. So I'm wondering if they put people like that to sit out there in the fucking audience to peep shit.
They do. They do.
Because that's what she was
When I
doing.
walked out that courtroom and his family and his mom and dad looked at me, I gave him a wink. I said, because I can't say lie. I said, I can't do this now. I winked at him. I left.
I did. I winked at the family a few times today. I winked at the granny, the damn daddy, the mama. I winked at Karmelo. Karmelo even turned around. I winked at him and smiled.
Let him see us in there. What Karmelo say? What did he say? Did he was okay?
Yeah, he smiled back.
Oh, that's my baby.
Oh, Queen A, he was cleaner than a tick today too.
Let's go, man.
Thought he was clean yesterday. Carmelo came up in there. Let's talk about Carmelo, his fashion, y'all. Let's talk about the suits he been wearing, y'all.
Booted yesterday.
What? Well, today he had a blue one on. He had this bad tie with it. I say, oh, look at that baby. He came out, y'all. I was like, oh man. I said, oh Father, please, Father, let that baby. And guess what else, y'all? He was in good spirits because he was in such good spirits that they was mad. They was mad at him, y'all. When they put yesterday they played that the body cam. I seen people other fucking high profile media up there trying to point it out to he didn't have no remorse when they was playing the body cam. You seen that, Queen A?
Yeah, because I'll beat this. I see he was in good spirits when we came back from that lunch break. He was laughing with us. I said that yesterday on my live. I loved it.
Yes. So he was even better today. He was even better.
See, they don't want to like confidence on a black person. It hits different, especially when other people think you should be in certain situations. It's almost like, man, how dare you? Like you got the audacity of you to feel good about it. Like it's almost like man, like y'all really don't think we got education. You hate when we pass you and everything. Like you had a 400-year head start and we done caught up with you, and you still mad. Unbelievable.
That's my son right there. He said, yes, they call hippies outside and average Joes inside. They are all plants.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of my son, since I got him up, yeah, that was my son out there in the orange. If any Skull Game members up in my chat, y'all, let me tell y'all something. I don't play about mine. I seen the shit that y'all was saying up in the chat when my son and that white man was outside getting into it. And it's crazy because that white man was speaking on the exact same thing that y'all was doing in the chat. Trying to bring down our own black people.
Goddamn right. I had this back. I said, don't you touch that. But
my son was even taking up for Sko when I told him I should get on Sko ass because Sko letting him. Because I heard Sko to my chat, to my boy, y'all stay focused and get serious. Now, you know what you should have been saying, Sko? Well, that sincerity son, and don't play with it because y'all know she don't play. And we all on some united stuff. So all that bull that I got in the chat, kill that shit. That's what Sko should have said. So that's why, man, Sko, listen, yeah, you don't have to fix that, bro. Baby, we back to square one, okay? Yeah, how about that?
Damn, did Sko know that was your son?
Yeah, man, say, Sko dapped him up. He know my son. Yeah, he knew.
Oh, for real?
They talked.
Oh, shit.
My son said he told them on the live, I'm sincere, son. So I'm telling y'all right now, listen, my son got a 4-bedroom motherfucking house, okay? Businesses and shit. He don't cut his hold on. Let me rock out right quick. My motherfucking son don't cut his hair because he's spiritually connected. And any man know that your hair is your strength. Clock that. That's why he can easily cut his hair if he want to. No, he growing his shit because of your hair and a man, you know that's your strength. Am I right or wrong, y'all? Let's go.
Well, tell your son. I said, hey, I seen how he was looking at me.
And Queen A, let's not forget that you're a tall, lanky motherfucker. You know how that go. And I'm gonna tell you something else.
He had my back after.
I'm just telling y'all what's being heard was said that all the men on my daddy's side of the family, they hanging and swinging. So let me just put that out. Don't play with me about mine, baby.
I understand. Well, I said it like this is I think I've heard you before, but I've never officially been up. I appreciate you letting me up. Thank you for just letting me express my view. Like I said, we'll see next week. Whatever the outcome, I just and like 2 families have been permanently scarred based on this. This will probably never leave Carmelo and the Metcalfs. Like I said, I don't wish this for anybody. I hate that it happened, but at the same time, if this is a lesson, just keep it. Like, don't try to be the police. The police are the police. Just keep your hands off
Exactly.
us, because you can't control. You can control how you act. You can't control anybody's response. You just can't.
Exactly. And he
So
just shouldn't have took matters in his own hand. Dream, what you
absolutely.
got, sweetie?
Huh?
What you got? What's on your
Um,
mind?
well, first of all, you know, I hope I, I hope he does win, but I, do- I just have zero faith in the supposed to be justice system. I don't trust any of these judges. I don't think that any of them are in a
Well, see,
position to
it's
be
up to the
judging
jury.
anybody.
It's up to the jury, Dream. It ain't up to the judge. It's not a bench
Um,
trial. So thankfully.
and I don't trust people either. I'm sorry, I don't know who you are, but yeah.
Oh no, my
So I don't
name's
want to
Steve.
be
No
like the
problem.
negative Nancy.
Right. I mean, but if you look, it was another
I
case
don't
in
trust.
Texas that did the same thing.
I don't trust anybody. My faith is little in people. Um,
Right. Right.
and yeah, and I just think that I think this is unfortunate. Um, but I also think that the larger discussion that needs to happen, especially women with sons, is you know, checking that, checking their temperature, teaching them how to control their emotions and control themselves, because at the end of the day, he's just a baby, and instead of being excited about going to college and running track and doing the things that he loves, he's in a courtroom facing the fact that they might be sending
Excuse
him
me.
to a prison.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's sad
But and guess
because
how man for how long, y'all? 5 to 99. Think about that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Ooh, stomach
Yeah.
just turned.
well, see, here's the thing that a lot of people don't. I think that they don't think about, like, even it doesn't matter. Like, so say you do get say it was 5 years, right? Well,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
you also have to stay out of trouble in those 5 years, and unfortunately, prison is not
Which one? Go ahead, sweetie.
like
Click on
no.
Queen's face. Click on mine. That was a question from Rose. My bad. Go ahead.
Which one? This one?
But my thing is, it's like it's not just about, like, it's like in prison, you know what I'm saying? You gotta stay out of trouble too. Remember, it's also easy to get in trouble and get more time and catch another charge, and all of that affects you being able to come home. That's a trap.
Right.
That's what 5 to 99 is, a trap.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Rosa Day said, she said, I got a question. How did the Asian men and women in the jury act? Oh, what about the white
Come
men? All right, boom. Let's get to the jurors. Okay, so Rosa Day, I'm glad you brought that question up. Since I got the diagram of the jurors and how they're seated, let's talk about that. When on the first row to your left, there's this white lady with kind of gray and black hair. Queen 88. You remember that? You remember her?
I remember her.
Tell them about her.
The white lady.
Yep. On that far left that sits on that front row. She
Oh,
sat on the same spot today. They all been keeping their seats too. Let me put that out there.
what you said? Say it again. The last part. They are what?
I've been keeping the same seats. So they had the same seating arrangement that I laid out from yesterday. They was in them same seats today. Because remember the judge said yesterday, y'all ain't got to keep them same seats. Y'all don't have to, y'all act like y'all got some assigned seats, but they sitting in them same seats. Okay.
Yeah.
So the white lady that's sitting far to the left on the first row at the bottom, tell them about her.
I don't like her.
Thank you. I can't stand that bitch. And I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
tell y'all something about
she's
that.
too much into it, and the
Very
bitch is showing
much.
emotion. Because every time they played that video, did you go look over there?
Mm-hmm.
Every time I played that video, I looked at the jury.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I looked at them.
Me too.
And then let's talk about that white girl that be with us with the what you call yesterday. Bitch, go home.
Which one?
The one. Well, she was in front of me outside. Well, I'm a woman of a lot of words. I don't say nothing because there's a bunch of niggas out there acting the goddamn fool. But she's the white lady.
With red hair.
She sat on my row.
She had red hair and glasses.
No. She had no glasses.
That's the one that supposed to went viral that they was talking about. That was real race. They said she was talking mucho grande, baby.
You talking about not Sarah? Because Sarah's
it was a white lady up there with red hair, and everybody was talking about her today. They said, baby, she had went on her platform and was talking shit about niggas, baby. She was talking shit. Yeah. Okay, let's get to the next one. The next one is a Hispanic male.
That short fat one.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
The next one is another white male. But now this is questionable because he could be a Hispanic too. I had peeped that today.
Not the one with the glasses.
With the beard.
Yeah.
Now he on the next one. This one here, he's short. He's short, but he kind of could pass for a Hispanic guy. Then next to him is a Hispanic lady. Next to her is a Hispanic male. And next to that male Hispanic is that India lady that got the thing over her head that they wear, you know, them India people when they wear when real India women, they wear that full cover over their head because they have to cover their hair and everything. That's the one that I was talking about, y'all, that was sleeping all the time. And then today she came through. That's the India lady I'm talking about. They had been falling asleep. And they said that woman had been falling asleep every day, y'all, up until yesterday. So that what that tells me, that to security, when I was asking her about it, she said, oh, rest assured that judge, he done had a talk with them. But it showed today, he must have had a talk with them and told him, I don't give a damn, you better go get some sleep. Don't come up in here nod, and because these people seeing y'all sleep. So she was wide awoke today. That's the one that was shaking her head, yes, twice when they was digging off an edit. Next to her is another India lady, but she don't wear the thing. You know what I'm talking about, Queen at 8? She ain't wear the thing over her head, but she an Asian too. I mean, not an Asian, she an India. Then we got up at the top behind them on the second row. That man could pass for a Hispanic too, but I got white on my diagram thing here, but he could pass for a Hispanic too. So I'm kind of 50-50 with him. He could be a Hispanic. The one next to him is a white male. The one next to him is also a white male. The one next to him is also a white male, but could pass for Hispanic. Okay. That's what, and all in all, it's only 4 whites. I'm trying to distinguish who's the 4 white, because 2 of them whites could pass for Hispanic. Then next to him is a Hispanic lady, another Hispanic male, and then you got 2 Asians. Now let's talk about them. One of them older and one of them is young. All in all, we know them Asians don't give a damn about us. However, over here in the United States, but in other countries like Thailand, Japan, and China, they love us over there, y'all. So I'm kind of confused. What y'all think about the Asians, y'all?
I think that they are racist. I think they don't like Black people. I think that Black money is good to them. I think that. And I think that's a conversation a lot of Black people don't want to have, because they love Asians for whatever reason. That's where they go get their hair. The girl been doing their nails for 20 years, or whatever it is. See. I don't do with them.
I don't need
because period, just from my experience, I was at the nail shop and I just realized, I was like, you know what? why am I sitting here giving them my money to be racist towards me and sitting here acting like I don't see it?
Oh my
Like
God,
I'm
I need
not
to mod Rosa
experiencing it.
here.
Because then I would be the angry black woman. So I ain't say nothing. I finished and then I ordered my nail stuff and I've been doing my nails ever since. I don't go to the nail shop or nothing like that. I don't go to their stores. I don't go just I mean, for me, I've just seen too much stuff happen, and I realized I was like, that's something that black people don't want to talk about. But remember the video of the Asian man beating a black woman, because that went viral. Remember that?
Yep. But what about the Asian that just shot that 14-year-old
Yeah,
It
Rick Child.
and just got off. And
and
let's
just
be
got found
honest.
not guilty?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that was and see the thing with our people is like we don't take it for what it is, but they're putting this in our faces to literally traumatize us and
Mm.
tell us this is okay behavior. Because let's be clear, that little boy did not have a weapon. He did not even steal anything, from my understanding. There was no reason for them to do that. None.
I believe that some people think that we need them, and this is what. But one thing I try to do is I try to promote businesses. Like I don't care who you are, but I want to give I have a Black Wall Street mentality, not the record label, but how it was back when Black Wall Street was around. I want money to go to us. We
Me
seem
too.
to just we like it hurts me when I see rappers giving their money to jewelers who don't care about us, giving their money to designing companies. When you got entrepreneurs who are making clothes 30-40% cheaper, but equally as good. And then instead of giving them money, we'll say, well, let me wear this, and I'm gonna shout you out in the video. Go in Louis Vuitton and ask for something free.
Right. You ain't getting it unless
Go in Chrome Hearts.
yeah.
Right. Go Chrome. Go ask Chrome. Go to Versace or Polo and be like, man, let me get this free stuff. But we don't support each other, and then when we do, it's almost we want to take advantage of each other. Like now, I understand
Yep.
some businesses
A
are weird.
hookup.
Right, yeah, and it's like, no, man, you're these are people that people are putting energy and effort into this, and ain't no pay them what you owe them, whether you know them or not. Give somebody a chance, just like you were given a chance. But we go in these stores and they give us a glass of wine, and we spend $50,000-$60,000 in a place where the owner wouldn't pee on us if we were on fire, wouldn't
Facts.
give us nothing. And so I don't understand why we do that. Like people love the Amiri. I didn't even know what Amiri was till watching Young Dolph. And we love these designer stuff, but you got people out here who are in college who making just as good a product, but we won't get them nothing. Just let me get it, and I'm gonna shout you out in the video. Are you crazy?
Right.
They made songs about Versace, songs about like Tommy
For
Hilfiger.
free, because they're not,
Yeah.
because Versace, not one of them got paid, or there was like no
Nope.
endorsement or
Right.
anything. In fact, the only person who ever putting Versace in their songs and got any type of um deal with them was Little Kim.
That's
Exactly.
it. That's it.
That
The Migos
and
and
that was
Migos got
literally like
nothing.
it. But none of these major brands. Carisha got that song right now. Spin that with the Goyard bag. I didn't know what that was. I don't have one. Um
Right.
and then but I did look them up and find out, and I'm like, wow, this company been around forever and they're really exclusive and they don't pay
Right.
endorsements. She's not getting no endorsement for that. That's not, and that was the ultimate promotion. Because now I've
Absolutely.
seen so many videos with people with the Goyard bags. I'm like, what?
I know, cause nonsense young Miami. But shout out to Lil Ronnie for being one of the writers for I Straight Out the D, baby. Because y'all don't know that Ronnie is a part of writing Spin That.
Yep,
Yeah.
Lil Ronnie mother effer.
Spin that
Yeah.
shit.
Shout out to Lil Ronnie.
Really,
That throw that ass in a circle.
that part.
Oh, Quinn, you
Him
in
and
the
my
bathroom?
son, real close. We got Lil Ronnie done been over to my mama house. Him and my son is yeah, they cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but we got to do, and I thank you for giving that breakdown because I didn't know about the jury. I was going under the impression that the media was right. There was 12, European descent people. I'm just real precise. I'm sorry, white ain't a color either. So I hate saying white and black when it comes to people. Ain't no color.
Right.
But I think all based on the letter of the law, because that's where it gets complicated sometimes. You can have emotions all day. We can think somebody's guilty or not guilty. But one of the main reasons I think is going to save Carmelo is that when people say he was overcharged, I don't believe in overcharging. Man, he might get manslaughter, but murder. If it's just murder, if it's just that, then I don't see how, based on the evidence, if that video is what people say it is, and
Yeah.
those witnesses, I don't think they can, based on the letter of the law, they can't find him guilty on that because he had no intent to do it. Now y'all said y'all saw the video. I haven't seen it. Were they jumping that boy? Yes or no?
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about that, y'all. Because let me just break something down, y'all. Did y'all remember the guy that was on Smash the Topic? That because I had him. I made the video private because after I found out his background, I don't want
Today, girl.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Queen?
I know he was out there today.
He was. Jeremy said it. My son. He said he should not be out there because people should be associating themselves with him because that's not a good look.
Yeah, Jeremy, when he out there today, like nothing went on.
Jeremy
like
said it. He told me, he said, Mama, he had his ass out there. Let me tell y'all the background on that man, y'all. That man is a whole pedo. That man a pedo, y'all.
Who y'all talking about?
The man that
boy that was on Smash the Topic, the one that was on Smash the Topic, and the one that Sco had on there yesterday.
Yep.
He
lied. He was up there talking about he seen the video in detail and listen.
Are you talking about the white guy?
No, he black.
Yeah.
He was
okay,
out
no,
there
Bonnie
protesting.
said,
He was one of the protesters, Dream.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all.
I saw that part. Okay, go ahead.
I ain't say nothing to him, right, Jeremy? I ain't say 2 words to that bitch. That nigga, when I went over there, that man try to say hello, I walk right past him. I ain't say nothing to him because I don't want to know.
He was there. Jeremy, the one told me he was there.
He sure was, Jeremy.
I saw him when I came out the courtroom. I saw him.
Come here. I'm naked. Oh well, Snowden gang. He ain't worried about my teeth. Snowden, come here.
Yeah, I saw him.
Snowden was over having a full-blown conversation with him.
Who?
Snowden. Snowden, come here. He playing like this bitch in the tub.
Okay, so nobody saw the video. Maybe I thought somebody saw the video.
He a whole pedo out here. We say, man, but that's why that woman got into it with him yesterday. Remember that woman was checking him about that?
Yep, Curl.
Yep.
Who is this calling?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so I was under the impression that he was jumped. I didn't know. I was wrong.
Yeah. Okay, but let's talk about that because technically he was, and let me break that down and explain to y'all because let me grab my notes here. Hold on, because when Hosea got up there, I think he was the one that said, hold on, I want to make sure. Hold on, see. Hosea Mello told Austin, nobody have a problem. Oh, yeah, all right. Check this out. So
look, come here and sit real quick. Snowden, when you come on, you okay? You don't like titties and that. Just come on. It's okay, baby. Look, when you talking to that man and you didn't know that he was a whole pedo.
You talking about the one I was talking to?
Yes.
He was a pedo?
Yeah, remember I told you he was a pedo.
No, the yesterday.
He was arrested. That man was arrested for messing with the girls, y'all. That man been out protesting y'all every day.
Him today.
No.
So let me ask y'all something right quick now on some serious stuff. With knowing that the man is a pedo, right? Do that take away from him protesting with Carmelo, or what y'all think about that? I mean, do that take away from that? Just he's a pedo because my son was like, he feel like it's not a good look. But I feel I'm 50-50 with it. And the reason why I say I'm gonna explain myself why I say that, y'all. Because at the end of the day, he's a pedo, but I don't do that. What do they have to do with him protesting though?
Right.
It doesn't make it not be a good look because he's a pedo, but at the end of the day, he's still for the cause. So I don't know.
I wouldn't want him around my. I mean, you can protest, just don't protest around kids. That's
Okay,
all
so
I
I
say.
think
I
that's what
mean,
my
well,
son
considering
was
that
there
this
with
was
that.
a kid situation, it's very, yeah, it seems very inappropriate.
So then,
Um,
is it safe to say that he shouldn't be there then? Because that's what my son was saying. He don't feel like he
I
should be
mean,
there at all.
here's the thing
It
of
could
my
add to the
mind. I'm
situation.
not
It
at
could add.
liberty to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do, but I think that if I was in his shoes, I think that I would have been considerate
Right. Of
of
the
the
climate.
optics of that.
Yeah.
So that's Rose
It
said
can
the same
exacerbate.
thing. It's just not a good look. Everybody feel the same way. It's just not a good look. And so, but what are you supposed to do at that situation? What you supposed to do?
I
Protest
mean,
I
from
there's
home.
mean,
nothing
Protest from
anybody
home.
let
can
me
do. I
say
mean,
something. Hold on, let me get in there. We really can't do nothing about it because I came out talking about Dominique Alexander and he over there representing Carmelo O'Neal. So we're
That
gonna talk
part.
about our boy. We're gonna talk about Dominique
That's
over here.
what I'm saying.
Who is
So it's
Dominique
like I
Alexander?
don't know how to feel about that, y'all.
Who is Dominique Alexander though?
That's the one that is the activist that decided to take on the case and speak
Oh
up
yeah.
for Anthony.
Oh
I
yeah.
exposed him, letting everybody know that baby he got some charges too, and ain't got nothing to do with no what you got something to do with hitting them.
Oh
So
yeah.
don't let
Okay.
do nothing about that.
hold on. What you said it too fast. His charges got to do with what?
I don't even want to go there because me and him cool now. I don't even want to go there no more. Just
Okay,
Yeah,
know,
but
he is.
just
don't.
Look
Okay,
him up. Look him up.
but
Look him up.
look him up. I don't even want to go
that,
there. I apologize. I'm
I
trying
don't
to be
know
cool.
who is it.
It
Dominique
don't,
Dominique
what?
it don't
Alexander.
even matter. It don't even matter.
Alexander. Alexander. Just Google him. It's there. It's there.
Okay.
I know
but
you. I know. I didn't know all the stuff he had going on till last week
Yeah,
either. But
don't even worry about it.
you just gotta. I mean, to answer your question, sent with all due respect, it's a uh, it's almost like somebody if you rob a bank, you shouldn't go apply to work around money. You just,
right,
I mean, if you're
right.
a known bank robber, so you just stay in your lane. Like you can go be a personal trainer or something, or
Yeah,
go do something where money's not involved. How about that? But
yeah.
yeah, like he said he just respect the climate because it could like people could you just never they find out about you in that area.
Look, they're already talking about him. He all on Facebook being plastered.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Too late. They
Yeah.
talking about him real bad.
But I'm Queen once again saying all y'all have a great night. God willing, I'll be able to come up again. Miss Sant, I appreciate you letting me up. Respect
Oh,
to you and clap
absolutely.
for you.
Anytime, Doc.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
come up here anytime. I'm gonna have to start going live more regular because I'll be dropping a lot of shorts and videos. But I see now I gotta start doing more lives.
You got
And
support, man. You got support.
yeah, yeah, I'll be coming back on regularly. I might come back tomorrow. We gotta find because at the end of the day, I think by Tuesday, that's what we were saying, Queen Ed 88. By Tuesday, we feel like this shit finna be over with the trial, y'all.
It could be. But once again, I hope to see you when the Dolph situation picks back up because it's some more people to arrest. I'm gonna leave it at that. But it's some more people that's got to go down for that. But y'all have a good night.
Okay.
Long live Dolph. Y'all have a good day. Thanks for
All right,
doing
you
this.
have a good night too, Doc.
All right, yeah.
All right. Thank
He's
you.
got like a radio voice.
I know he is very good, a good personality voice. Queen
Uh,
Ed, he from your channel?
I don't know him. Oh, he probably is, but he hit my
He
list.
said I had popped up on his feed. I'm glad he stopped through.
no,
He
he
has a
probably was
very
just
good.
clicking through the lives because that's what I was doing too.
Yeah, he's very. I like intelligent people to come up and talk.
Hey, you too shady. I when you posted that you was gonna do this, I clicked it to notify me and it never did.
Because I was supposed to be did it yesterday. When me and Queen
Oh,
they left the courthouse yesterday, I was supposed to be going live. But y'all, think about that. I was so tired and exhausted. I didn't have the energy last night to go live. You know, it was I had been up all day. And then let me drop a little tea for y'all. This morning at 3 some when I got there, and by the time Queen A, you didn't know that we had to literally. You remember how what's the name had our name on the list yesterday in order? It was kind of like organized yesterday. It wasn't like that today. Like I say, the rules change every day. So why we had to run up there from the parking lot to that door, and whoever get up there to where that stop sign, remember how where they had us lined up at? Don't you know, y'all know that police officers told us we're not going by no list. You just, whoever first come, first serve. If you get trampled on, you just get trampled on. That came out their mouth, y'all. Okay? I'm just trying to give y'all the scenery of trying to get in that courtroom. When I say we made sacrifices to get in that courtroom. I didn't eat for 2 days and drink water for 2 days because I didn't want to have to use the bathroom because that judge so strict. You can't even go out the courtroom and use the bathroom. Am I lying, Queen 88?
Hey, you dedicated.
You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to bring y'all to come. You cannot, Queen 88 must win. You cannot, when I say once them doors close, it's like you snooze, you lose. If you leave out the courtroom, you can't come back. They take your badge and they give it to somebody else. Yeah, so I literally was dehydrated when I got there this morning. And then when I say, that's why I say, I don't know how to feel because these two white officers, Sergeant Holcomb and Sergeant, what's his name, Bosco, they was cool as fuck when it came. They was catering to me like I don't know what this morning, baby. They said, do you want some water? You want us to get you there? They was trying. I said, look, I was sweating. It got hot. I was having hot flashes. I didn't know if I was trying to pass out. I was dehydrated the whole time because I ain't drank water in a couple of days because I'm trying to be in that courthouse. I didn't want to drink no water to have to get up and go pee.
That's crazy. I cannot imagine that because I know it's hot as heck down there in Texas. I got to drink some water now.
Man,
why you didn't just put on a Depend?
Listen. I'm not gonna play with you, dream. Talking about why you just put on the Depend, baby girl. Listen, when I tell you, I did not want to drink no water. But today, so they would bring me water. I drank plenty of water today. I made sure for lunch today, I went and got me something to eat on lunch because they gave us more time. That's another thing. Yesterday for lunch, they only gave us 45 minutes. We didn't give them 4 hours.
Well, I'm glad you ate today. Yeah, but you gotta figure out something else. Don't be down there in that hot Texas weather not drinking water.
You know what, Dream? Let me tell you something, sister girl. Today was my last day. I told Queen, it's Queen at 8 turn. We rotate.
Monday, Tuesday. Girl, guess what? I go to work on Monday at 3, but I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm off 3 days straight. I'm finna be in there.
Well, I'm telling you, I got meetings Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I won't be free again until Friday. And then I might not even be free Friday to come up there. I'm to be honest, I'm so over it.
Because they gotta understand, us sitting in there, that's when you get home, even when you in there, it take a toll on your emotions. That's why I don't see how a lot of these news reporters can just sit and just listen. But they've done it so long that they're immune to it. But this is my first time.
Exactly.
And that video just keeps replaying. I didn't sleep last night.
Me neither. I'm off for 4 hours, y'all. Y'all don't understand. I almost did not go live tonight, but I knew y'all was waiting. I promise y'all, I ain't had but 4 hours of sleep. I've been up since 3-something this morning.
Yes, it's a lot. Y'all don't understand.
It's a lot, y'all.
And let me tell you something. I tip my hat off to these journalists that cover these cases. They fly out. They get hotels. They got to figure out who, what, when, where, why. You go through a lot just trying to get the information to report back to the community. So I tip my hat off to Nick at Night, Tisa Tales, all of them, you, me, all of them as women. Because they've been doing this. This ain't nothing.
Exactly. And even Nick at Night, y'all, she was pissed off because she was even running in. We was in the rain this morning trying to get to the door because they said that list, and I was number 2 on the list.
Oh, she came down there. So she's down in Texas.
Yeah, she been here since day 1. She been here since day one. That poor girl been here since day one, y'all. And she was so mad this morning because it was so many people got in the head of her, and she got a media badge. And see, that's another thing. Like I got this lady that's working on getting my media pass because when the when Yellow Beach trial come, I'm gonna have my media press.
You don't need no media for them. I already looked into that with the judge. You don't need no media.
Oh, well, good, but I'm still gonna get it for future cases. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, because when you have that media pass, you can bypass all that.
Baby,
Yep, it'll be good to have.
I'm walking in with rainwater, walking in with 3 family. I'm
walking in with probably me and Jeremy probably gonna be up in there come August. Me and Jeremy gonna be walking up in there.
And there will rain. I'm finna use that niggas my shit. I would help Ashley, one of them, Corey, one of somebody. I'm walking in with somebody. Shit.
That point.
That's gonna be interesting, but it's getting closer. It's an interesting year for trials everywhere. It's like every state got something
They do.
major going on.
And this is crazy because we got a high profile case in June, then got a Doback, got a high profile case in August. So it's like damn, Texas been on fire here lately. They've been on fire.
Nah, for real though. For real though, because that trial, that Yellow Visa trial, how many witnesses they got? They in a subpoena
over 100 and some. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't finna be there every day for that.
I'm not gonna be there every day for that one either. But I tell you what, I'm gonna go join them open arguments. See, the opening, that's what I hate. I missed in the Karmelo Anthony. I missed the opening argument because we was there, but guess what, y'all? We couldn't get in because we wasn't the 27. That's why I had to figure the shit out on how to get in there yesterday and today. So the first day that I was there, we didn't get in because they didn't have an overflow. Like Dallas, you have an overflow where if you don't make it in at 27, they have another area you can go in, but they have the monitor, the screen where you can still watch it, right? Collin County, like I say, they have signed this type of agreements to where no cameras, no phones, there ain't no overflow. So if you don't, but I did see what they've been doing though, Queen A. Did you see this yesterday? Because they've been doing it today. They told us like the first day, I didn't know that you can stick around and stay there, and because whoever leave out that courtroom, they'll give your badge to whoever that's next in line.
I knew that yesterday.
Stay out there.
Hold on, I knew that yesterday. That's why when you were sitting on the other side, me and the other people was just sitting there, and then the sheriff ended up coming out giving 2 passes, and that's when me and John went in there. They had 2 extra passes, and we was 28 and 29. And
but see, I didn't know that the first day because I stood up there and left like a fool the first day.
No, because when I left, I told them I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna stay long. I'm getting home. I'm tired. Can you have a media pass?" I said, "Cool." I left, and they gave somebody else my media pass yesterday.
They did because I watched. Because I didn't even see you when you left. Kelly had to tell me. She said, "Friend left." I said, "She swooped by like a lightning guy."
I gave Karmelo Anthony family a little wink, like I got you. And I got up out of her. Just say,
yeah, you was gone. You was gone when I looked up. I said I didn't even see her when she left. But today it was the same way. So what it was like. Let me see, 1, 2, 3. After lunch, it was 3 people left. They had 3 badges, so they went out there. You know that other chick with the big eyes, the bright short chick that was up in there with the big eyes.
She
got in today too.
Yeah, her name is Knick Knack. Knick Knack went in there.
Yeah, got in today too.
She did. Okay, good. Did the other lady get in there? The one with the curly hair, the older lady?
Oh, baby, yes, with the short pixie curl.
Yes.
Yep, she got another day too. I was happy for her. I'm telling you, we all was in there.
My elder sideways. I had to check her motherfucking ass yesterday. Bitch, you trying
to check her the first.
You trying to behind me, and you behind me. I say you're behind me. I bet some man like me. No, huh? I'm right here on the porch.
But yeah, y'all. Yeah, I had to check her, honey. I did. Let me plug. I got to charge this up because it's about to go dead, y'all. Go ahead and talk while I charge this up. Dream, what you got, baby?
I don't know. I was just
Alternate
listening to
girl.
you.
What you say?
I said I was just listening to you.
What's
Oh,
your final thoughts? I'm gonna get ready to wrap this up, y'all. What's your final thoughts on this Queen 88?
I just want us to all, whoever you pray to, keep Carmelo in your prayers. It's looking promising, but then again, we can't forget he's still a man of color at the end of the day, and just keep up alive. Stop going by what the media say. You want your information? Come to Scent or come to Queen 88. Salute. Y'all hit that like button on your way out, and I'm gone. Thank you, sis.
Well, I love you. Bye bye.
Help
Yes,
Pedro
y'all.
sent.
Don't believe the media, y'all. I got you, boo. Thank you, Dream, for stopping by. Thank y'all for stopping by. I appreciate all the love and support. I'm so sorry that I did not get a chance to pull everybody comments up. The comments just rolling in so fast, y'all. I ain't get it. I'm so sorry, but I do see all y'all. I saw
Listen, I'm so
Candace
out
in
the
the
loop. I
building.
don't even know how to
Salute to
get
her.
out
I
of
saw.
here.
I I saw Louisiana Suckling. I seen all y'all, baby. Thank y'all for
Okay.
pulling through. Thank y'all. And drop y'all channels in the chat. Feel free. Drop y'all channels in the chat. I'm cool with that. I want to support all my people. Drop y'all channels. I don't have no problem with that. Again, I don't ask nobody for nothing. All I ask you to do is hit that like, share, and subscribe button on the way out. And I'm gonna end this, y'all. And at the end of the day, I sacrificed a lot to bring y'all, me and Queen 88 both, to get in that courtroom. I can't stress that enough. So y'all continue to support, and let's for Karmelo Anthony, y'all. And I'm out, y'all. Have a good night.
It's too nasty.
Yeah, dollar, yeah.